Stadium. Players dream of running out on that turf. Teams work hard all season to get here. The reason? To compete for this. The stars of today hope to take their place among the legends of the past. Crimson Cliffs returns to the title game with unfinished business. Green Canyon wasn't supposed to be here. They're playing with house money, which makes them dangerous. The quest for the title continues right now on Game Night Live. Let's go.
A KSL Sports presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Sponsored by UCCU.
Welcome to Rice-Eccles Stadium, the home of the Utah Utes. But today, it's the home of the 4A state championship game. We've got a triple header today on Game Night Live, and it begins with the 4A state championship between the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs and the Green Canyon Wolves. Hello, everybody. Jeremiah Jensen, along with Stevenson Sylvester, as always. Sly, I did not predict this matchup when the season started, but here we are. Crimson Cliffs is the favorite. They've been dominating 4A this season. And on the other side, we got an underdog who's here to make some noise, Green Canyon.
Yeah, this is why you play the game, right? You know, and getting to this stage, getting to Rice-Eccles Stadium, everybody's dreams, a lot of teams wishes they could be here today, but these two definitely earned it, and I can't wait for this matchup today.
Green Canyon peaking at the right time. One of the players that's really helped them offensively and defensively is Dewey Egan.
Yes, X factor.
Yes.
Right? We saw it last week. This guy does everything. Get him the ball, and he's going to change the game for you. That's exactly what Dewey Egan does, and I can't wait to see what he has for Crimson Cliffs.
Crimson Cliffs has dominated this season. They've absolutely destroyed the competition. One of the reasons is that explosive offense led by quarterback Steele Barbin.
Yeah, and Chris Jansen's a great supplement to that.
Yes.
You can get him the ball in many different – but I love Crimson Cliffs up-tempo, and the way that Steele Barbin operates in that offense makes it extremely hard for every single defense they face. So I'm expected to see a lot of up-tempo early and often in this football game, making it hard for Green Canyon.
And just because Crimson Cliffs is good on offense doesn't mean they're not good on defense.
Yes.
McKay Wright leads that unit. They're dominant defensively as well. It's going to be a tough game for Green Canyon, but hey, they took down number one Skyview in this tournament. They were awesome against Park City. Let's see what they can do today. In fact, let's go down to the field. Mary Louise Cook standing by down on the field. She has more on the path both of these teams took to get here to the turf of Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Thanks, Jeremiah. Great to be with you guys, and some great, beautiful weather today. So excited to be here at Rice-Eccles. So for both of these, they're seeking their first state championship, and let's talk about the paths that it took for them to get here. Now, so for Green Canyon, it took a 12-3 win over Salem Hills in the second round of the play, a quarterfinal upset over Skyview on the road, over Park City that we saw here at Rice-Eccles Stadium last week in the semifinals, a 21-0 win for them. Now for Crimson Cliffs, their season run began with a 56-0 shutout over Cedar, 41-16 vengeance over Desert Hills, the team that beat them in the state championship last year in the quarterfinals, and my final win over Ridgeline last week. So it was their second game all year where starters on both sides of the ball stayed in every snap through the fourth quarter, which I know that Coach Olofopo said was really good for them just to have that adversity in the state championship game.
Thanks, Mary Louise. We're finishing up the anthem here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. We are 2 minutes and 20 seconds away from kickoff. Sly gives me goosebumps every time we're here. State Championship Friday. These teams lined up and ready to go. The anthem is done. We'll have a coin toss here shortly. A lot of Green Canyon fans made the trip down. And hey, how about Crimson Cliffs?
Yeah.
We know 4-hour drive from St. George, Washington to be exact. And they're here, and they're showing as well. So they made the long trip to be here for this state championship game. Both teams have never won a state championship. Crimson Cliffs has only been open since 2019 out of Washington, Utah, near St. George. And, of course, Green Canyon in North Logan. That school opened in 2017. So you couldn't get two schools further away from each other to match up in a state championship game.
Yeah, but you definitely make that drive, especially this school being on a tear these last couple of years. Crimson Cliffs is definitely trending upwards. Steel Barbin at the attack, 3,200 yards, 43 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. That is a ratio that I want my quarterback to have. And this guy's leading this team with confidence. And I was fans. I know that they put on a show each and every week. They put up amazing numbers all year. And to have the culmination be the state championship here at Rice-Eccles Stadium, I definitely trekked 4 or 5 hours up here to Salt Lake City to make that happen.
Green Canyon is coached by J.T. Tauili. He's in his first season with a 10-3 record. Crimson Cliffs is coached by Wayne Alofapo. He's in his second season with a 22-4 record. Crimson Cliffs has reached the state championship game in 4A in back-to-back seasons. Last season, the heartbreak against rival Desert Hills at Utah Tech. This year, they're back. They have unfinished business. They want to take home their first state championship, but Green Canyon will have a say in that. The Wolves have been a tremendous story in this postseason. The underdog, the biggest surprise, I think, of any teams that have made it to the championship game. That includes Bountiful in 5A. Green Canyon finished 4th in their region during the regular season. But as Marilou's pointed out, they made a march here to the turf of Rice-Eccles Stadium. And we're all set for a 4A state championship matchup. The teams are taking the field. We're moments away from kickoff. Green Canyon will kick off. Crimson Cliffs will receive.
Yeah, this is going to be special, man. I just love Green Canyon, especially just knowing that Coach Tawa Ili, it's his first season here at Green Canyon. You know, that's a relatively new school, opened in 2017. And to know that they're here, 10-3 record, the people that they had to beat to get here is going to make this so special.
Tanner Farron with the kickoff, the return by number 7, Caden Garcia Casey. He had a nice game in the win in the semifinals. Here's your key players on offense. Steel Barbin. Look at those numbers, Sly. 3,241 yards passing. McCord Christiansen, you mentioned him. And Ty West, the wide receiver, also over 1,000 yards on the season. Here's our first look at this offense. Steel Barbin taking a deep shot. Wide open. The catch is made. Touchdown. Crimson Cliffs. Ty West. How's that for a start?
Well, I mean, I just love that we put up the graphic of these guys' production, and then we cut to that. Like, Ty West blew by the corner. That's exactly what Utah did to Florida to open the game. They just take a bomb. You get ISO coverage on a guy like Ty West. You take that chance. Great throw on a rope. Front right shirt pocket into the end zone. 7-0 Crimson Cliffs.
The extra point is good.
Barely 15 seconds off the clock.
Just like that, in 16 seconds, 80 yards, Steel Barbin to Ty West. And Crimson Cliffs showing off just how explosive they are.
Just look at that quarterback technique, though. That was awesome how he sat in the pocket. Look at this. Beautiful throw. On a rope, in stride. It's like they practiced that. That looks so perfect. Great execution. Great way to start out of the gates. If you start with the football, that's what you want to do to start the game. You want to come out swinging, and they know what time it is. They're like, we're running away with this championship. We're not letting Green Canyon do what they did to all their opponents in Skyview and Park City. We're putting our foot on their neck early, and we're not letting off the gas. That's how you attack a state championship football game.
That's the 44th touchdown pass of the season for Steel Barbin, and that is the 19th touchdown receiving for Ty West.
That's big numbers. That is big numbers. These guys are absolutely awesome. Dynamic duo. They've been putting on for Crimson Cliffs, man. I cannot wait to see what the rest of this game leads to.
So now it's Green Canyon's turn. How do they follow that? We're about to find out. And, of course, we have our first flag of the game.
That's the penalty.
Delay of game on a kickoff.
I think the bewilderment is going through the Crimson sideline and up here at the top of the bowl. This is, how do you delay a game on a kickoff? Like, you scored the touchdown, you know what you got to do. Do I kick it right or do I kick it left? 50-50.
I'm guessing everybody got caught up a little bit in that moment.
It's a very exciting moment. That was electric. That's how you start this football game off. And Jay, we were talking about it, man. This whole season, we've been truly blessed with great weather. This is, you don't get state championships in the middle of November that look like this.
This is perfect.
Absolutely stunning.
Sun's out. Temperature should be in the upper 50s today. Clear skies, no weather. It's the great day of football here on the turf. Green Canyon will have a chance to return this kick from the 10-yard line. Getting to the edge is Dewey Egan. We mentioned Dewey at the opening of the broadcast. He's been their top playmaker, especially in this postseason, offense and defense, and he gives Green Canyon excellent field position. This will be really key for Green Canyon to respond and keep up in this game, because Crimson Cliffs is going to try to turn this into a shootout. Peyton Wilson is the quarterback for Green Canyon. 1,800 passing yards. He's also good on the ground with 6 touchdowns. I mentioned Dewey Egan, and they have a running back duo of Eric Oates and Ethan Cutler who have combined for 1,000 yards rushing. And there you go. Our first play from them is a run. That's Ethan Cutler, and that Crimson Cliffs defense is all over it.
Yeah, this is the other hard part about not receiving and not being able to take a punch like Crimson Cliffs just took a punch on Green Canyon is, how do I respond to that? Am I going to try to do the same thing? Am I going to continue on with my game plan? It kind of really throws everything off. But Crimson Cliffs defense, we talked about it last week. McKay Wright is an absolute stud at the linebacker position, really sealing that game last week for Crimson Cliffs. Ball's out.
Fumble! Crimson Cliffs has it! Speaking of that defense, they just jar one loose. And they're going to take over in Green Canyon territory. Here's another look. Let's see who did it. Jace Sweeten, the safety, comes up and jars it loose from Cutler.
Great tackle. Put your shoulder right on the ball, pop that ball out and recover it. Now Crimson Cliffs got to be on the attack again. You got to go just how you did on that first drive. I would take a shot at the end zone right here. You got trips to the field. I go triple seam, tie west, straight to the post. Or you can run it.
McCord Christiansen, his first carry of the game. It goes for 8 yards.
As we said, this is a very up-tempo offense, so look how fast they get set and ready for the next play.
Brock Baker recovered the fumble for the Crimson Cliffs defense. 2nd down and 1. Christiansen again. This time he's stuffed. Trying to go up the middle. Green Canyon isn't having it. Several tacklers come up to help. As we saw against Park City, they got a goose egg against one of the best offenses in 4A last week. This defense isn't big, but they're fast and they're all over the football.
Yeah, they got to make it happen, man. And just know the state championship game, you got to fight all the way to the end, not let it get out of hand.
3rd and 2. Christiansen gets the first down, gets to the edge, and he's inside the 35-yard line down to the 33.
Great tackle right there by Carter Stenbridge. Unfortunately, it was too late. He got the first down. Green Canyon's going to have to come up with a big turnover here or a big stop.
Barban's going to throw. Looking deep over the middle. Oh, tipped away.
Great defense.
Excellent defensive play by number 6, Tanner Farron, the senior.
What? Did he catch that off the tip?
Was that caught off the tip? It was.
Oh, my gosh. I'm like, why are they moving the ball up? Oh, wow, I didn't even see that. I was just surprised at the defensive play.
That's incredible.
Oh,
That
wow.
was Malachi Olofopo catching the ball off the tip. I thought that was a pass breakup, and he caught it for a first down. Christiansen trying to get to the edge. Gets about 4 or 5 yards. I'm blown away by that.
Hey, we're sitting up here.
He's in the shadows, so I couldn't see the detail of the ball into his arms. I saw the breakup. I'm giving Fair and Love, and they got to be shocked right now.
Yeah, we got the overview, and we still didn't see that. That was incredible. Great play, great reaction by Olofopo.
2nd and 6 from the 13. Barban. Ooh, that could have been picked.
Yeah, that was a great break right there.
Good job by number 5, Bryson Pabst.
That was a great break. They're staying away from Dewey Egan's side right there. Just smart on their part. But Green Canyon's going to have to give a little more help over there to Ty West side.
3rd and 6 from the 13. Barban. He's got time. Goes short. Catch is made by Ty West. He's already got a touchdown. And he steps out of bounds. He thought he had a second, but he's out at the 2. But that is a Crimson Cliffs first down.
I mean, this up-tempo is crazy. They tend to get the ball off with just over 10 seconds gone off on the play clock. So now they're at 25. They're taking a little more time here. But on those first couple plays, they were in and out of that huddle.
So it's 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for Crimson Cliffs. This offense rolling early. Handoff. Oh, it's fumbled. Barban recovers. That would have been huge for Green Canyon.
Yeah.
They could really use a break right now. This offense is on fire. It'll be 3rd down and goal from just outside the 5-yard line. Two backs. They hand it off. Christiansen has the edge, but he's caught. Great defensive play. Green Canyon gets the stop. Carter Stembridge with another tackle. A touchdown saving tackle. Christiansen frustrated. He thought he had 6.
All I saw was the light. You know, he had the edge, and then Stembridge does a great job of tackling at the waist with a great angle, stopping him before he hits the goal line. Check with me offense here. Watch the RPO game. They got one-on-one on the outside on both sides here.
3rd and goal from the 3. Barban throws over the top. High points it. Nope. Oh, they're going to throw a flag. Paps in coverage. The intended receiver was number 11, Boston Adams.
That's unfortunate because it's going to be an automatic first down, but that was, to me, great position on the defensive side of the ball. Let's see.
Interference. Defense number 5. Half the distance to the goal. Replay 3rd down.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
The good news in high school football is it is not an automatic first down.
Oh.
So it's still the down, 3rd down, and they give them half the distance to the goal. So here we go.
If that's the case, I'd take a PI every time.
Christiansen up the middle into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah.
And the Mustangs take a 13-0 lead.
All right. 14-0, 5 minutes off the clock. Oh my gosh, they are moving the football. First 2 possessions. Highly, highly effective. Green Canyon's got to get a stop somewhere.
Ty Ottenshot with another PAT attempt. And we're going to get a whistle and a flag. Special teams has had 2 flags already, of all things.
Offsides on the defense.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense number 5. That penalty's declined. Still try.
All right, take 2.
Don't want to go closer on the extra point.
Odd shot. His extra point is good. So with 7:07 left to play here in the first quarter, the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs take a 14-0 lead over Green Canyon. Christiansen going into the end zone for the touchdown, and that is his 17th rushing touchdown of the season. He averages 9.1 yards per carry.
Well, we saw it last week. He is explosive from that running back position. Normally, I'm not a big outside run person because defenses nowadays are so fast. But Chris Jansen is so fast that defenses can't even get him on the edge, and he ends up getting 8, 9, 10, 11 yards in every single running play. But you see these numbers, man. 17 rushing touchdowns, 19 receiving touchdowns for Ty West, 44 passing touchdowns for Steele Barbin. This offense is insane.
We have a media timeout with 7:07 left to play. We'll take a break as well. 14-0. Crimson Cliffs leads Green Canyon in the 4A state championship game.
CCU will provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer.
Visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Up 14-0, Crimson Cliffs with the kickoff. It is a short kick, fielded at the 20. So Green Canyon will once again have good field position, down to the 36 on the return. The slide. Green Canyon mentally has got to be in a tough spot right now. Crimson Cliffs takes the deep shot. Right out of the gate, 80-yard touchdown, and then they fumble on just their second play on offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of game plan because you get behind so early. You kind of get frantic. You're like, oh, we got to make this up. But the thing is, Crimson Cliff scored so early, you got an entire football game. We've seen plenty of people with a 14-point lead have that go away. You got to stick with your game plan right now and just make things happen. Get the ball or find a way to get the ball to Dewey Egan. He is your Mr. Do-Everything guy. Don't take him off the field. You got to make sure that he gets the ball almost on every single play to the point to where you can use him as a decoy and open up other things. But you got to be slow and steady right here. 14-point lead. You're only 5 minutes into this first quarter. Keep going.
Ethan Cutler with that carry. Peyton Wilson with a pass. The connection is made to Dewey Egan. You just talked about it, Sly. Get Egan the ball.
That's what you got to do. You got to get him the ball in many different ways. Smoke screens, RPO slants like that right there. He's dangerous. The defenders don't want to guard him tight because they don't want to get beat deep. And so that leaves things open. But when you give the ball to him in short spaces, he's able to make those extra yards. I would force feed the ball into Dewey Egan right now until Crimson Cliffs over-pursue or overcompensate for him and other things open up.
Green Canyon with their first down of this championship game from their own 49. Wilson has time to take a shot. And it was off target. He took a shot, too. Wilson got hammered. And he is not getting up off the ground. There is a flag on the play right by Wilson. So this could go against Crimson Cliffs.
Maybe he was selling the story and being down there a little bit. Oh, I got hit, ref. Well, that's almost like a big gain right there for them. So, great job here. And just know that Green Canyon gets the ball at halftime. So, don't feel rushed. Just do it. You're making it happen right now. You got a big plays out of Dewey Egan. Big penalty right there. You're marching. Keep going.
Parker Andrews trying to get his 19th sack of the season. But he hit him late. Tosses outside to the 30-yard line. That's Eric Oates. His first touch of the game. And that's up to the 29-yard line. Nice gain on first down. This offense trying to find itself here. and they're having success on this drive. 2nd down and 4 now. Officially from the 30. Man in motion. Handoff is made. That's number 19, Shandon Thane. He's got a 1st down all the way down to the 24. Thane had that big touchdown catch against Park City in the semifinals.
See, they're driving right now. 1st and 10 from the 25.
Wilson, plenty of time. Plenty of time. Now he's going to escape the pocket. A lot of green in front of him. Wilson on the run. Oh! The turf monster got him.
He got too excited.
17.
He's a quarterback, man, so he shouldn't be trying to look to take hits. I would have just keep going straight, get that 11, 12-yard gain, run right out of bounds, don't get hit. And but great decision right there. Seeing everybody flushed out to the left, see a wide open green range to the right. Great decision right there. Keeping it, just the turf monster got him. But, yeah, as I said, I'm a quarterback. I wouldn't be looking to take hits, especially this early in the game. If it's later in the game, I understand. But right now, I would have just kept running straight, picked up that 1st down, kept no hits on you.
2nd and 3 from the 17. Wilson, handoff. Oates. Oh, he's met hard. McKay Wright.
Great job.
But still, he leads forward and gets the 1st down. McKay Wright did everything he could.
Yeah.
But Oates pushes forward, and that's going to move the chains.
As we said, we know McKay Wright's an outstanding linebacker. That was great effort by Oates right there at getting the 1st down. He was stopped, but he kept his legs churning, kept his wiggling going, so it wasn't an easy tackle for McKay Wright, and picked up that 1st down.
Green Canyon knocking on the door. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Wilson's going to hand off end around. Ooh, he's wrapped up quickly. The carry was made by number 11, Carter Stembridge. But that Crimson Cliffs defense was all over that play.
Yeah, they were. Great job. And that's the hard part, man. Everybody's like, oh, we're down in the red zone. Nothing is guaranteed down here. It gets really tight. Defenses get really stingy. You don't let a lot of things happen, so you got to be really creative when you're down here in the red zone if you're trying to get in the end zone.
And you got to be physical. You're running out of space.
Yes.
2nd and 11 from the 15. Oates has a lane, finds it, gets down inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. That's going to set up a manageable 3rd down. Got to get to the 4-yard line for a 1st down. So we'll have 3rd down and 4 from the 8. Big play here for Green Canyon. They've got to keep pace with Crimson Cliffs. Got to get 7 here, you think, right, Sly?
You have to. If you want to keep pace with Crimson Cliffs, because Crimson Cliffs is realizing, like, you guys aren't going to go down easy, so they're going to try to pour it on after this. You got one-on-one down here with Dewey Egan, you take it.
Blitz shown.
Yep, they got one-on-one down here with Dewey Egan. Dewey has to win on this route.
Wilson looking over the middle. Intercepted, no, it's dropped. Incomplete. Very close to being intercepted.
Woo-hoo.
Jay Sweeten still makes a great defensive play.
He's saying he caught it.
Well, they called incomplete. And as we know, even though you're watching one here, there's no replay.
Oh.
Let me see one more time. What do you think? We can't slow it down.
We can't slow it down. But I don't know. That's going to definitely take a slowdown. He bobbled it, and when he hit the ground, I think the tip of the ball hit the ground. So great call by the referee at seeing that, because that is going to be hard to see with the back to the ref. Him being able to make that call, that was a good call.
4th and 4. They're going for it. Wilson over the middle.
And PI.
Incomplete.
Oh, they're not going to call
no
PI?
No flag. Incomplete. Crimson Cliffs. Well, oh, wait a minute. There's a flag on the other side of the field.
I mean,
that's away from the ball.
Great play call by Green Canyon.
Oh, it's not. It's on the offense. Wouldn't have mattered either way, even if Egan caught it.
Great play call, getting it to Dewey Egan. I definitely would have called a PI here because the defender was behind him. Great route by Dewey Egan. He's got to lead him just a hair more. There was no post safety right there. He can even just dump it, but illegal formation would have negated the play anyway.
But if the flag's thrown on the pass interference, then you get another shot. Green Canyon's just got to be, fans have got to be furious.
Yes. Yeah, that defender was draped. That defender knew he was beat. Oh, man, that's unfortunate.
So Crimson Cliffs will take over deep in their own territory with a 14-0 lead, 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter of this 4A state championship game. You're watching Game Night Live. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Crimson Cliffs leading 14-0. Will take over now at their own 8-yard line, 1st and 10. Huge defensive stand by the Mustangs, keeping Green Canyon out of that end zone as the Wolves were building a lot of momentum. Now this is a fragile situation for Green Canyon. Crimson Cliffs, they take a 21-0 lead. This could be trouble. Barbin has 4 receivers. He's going to pass.
Ooh,
now he's going to escape the pocket, right up the middle. Room to run, escapes a couple of defenders.
Big hit.
And is right at the marker. A 10-yard gain, it's a first down. That's got to be frustrating for a defense. You finally get things dialed down in coverage, and Barbin has the ability. He's not going to run a lot of RPO. But what he is going to do is, when needed, he's got the legs to make something happen.
No question.
Quick shot outside. Barbin. Catch is made by Ty West.
Yeah, we understand this offense is extremely high-powered. They make things happen.
Six-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 24. West in motion. High snap. Barbin throws it out to West. And West is met.
Great hit.
Right at the point of reception. Excellent play by Dewey Egan.
Hey, Mr. Do Everything. Offense, defense, special teams. This guy will be all over your TV screen today. Offensively, force feed him. Defensively, he's going to make plays. So Crimson Cliffs needs the game plan to go away from him. But Dewey Egan is a game-time impact player.
So 3rd and 2 now from the 26. Barbin's going to hand it off. Ooh, it's close. It's very, very close. They look to be short. So the carry was made by number 21, Mason Topalian. His first carry of the game. It's 4th and 1. They're going to go. How about this? They're not going to punt from their own 27. They're going to go for it. That's how confident this offense is.
Which I kind of feel like it's on the water boy. It's the state championship game. Can't hold anything back now. Let's see what it is.
And they're going to throw the flag for offsides. They got him. They drew him off.
But did they
one
jump?
thing you can't do. Devastation for Green Canyon.
Oh.
5-yard penalty resulting in a first down.
Did they jump in the neutral zone?
He did.
I thought he flinched. I didn't know he got in there. Oh, yeah.
There was a bit of a delay.
It's like cardinal sin right there.
In the call, but the official determined after thinking about it that he did. Clock's ticking up, coming up on a minute left to play. 1st Down and 10 for Crimson Cliffs. Nice
Great
defensive play again. Topalian wrapped up. Calvin Wallace was there. Carter Stembridge was there. They share the tackle. A 1-yard gain for Crimson Cliffs. Will be 2nd and 9 from the 32. Bad snap. Barbin gets it, but after that he's wrapped up and thrown down.
Big loss.
Dylan Turner was in there. Joe Rubio was in there, number 75. Bad snap leads to a sack, and now it's 3rd and 16 on the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. They're not even going to snap it. So that is the end of the first quarter. Crimson Cliffs 14, Green Canyon nothing. When the action continues, Crimson Cliffs will have a 3rd and 16 from their own 25-yard line. Let's go down to the field where Mariluz Cook is standing by.
Thanks, Jeremiah. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly some unfinished business for Crimson Cliffs today. I forgot the way that they the state championship last year. Now, Denver Hill's in the scored a 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, able to score a pair of touchdowns, but it just wasn't for Crimson to be able to come back. And so they're here, coming in a 11-game win streak, and you can see the way it started today for them. That they're first state championship win, but also remembering what happened on the state championship turf last year. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Mariluz. Yeah, Crimson Cliffs, they're hungry. And, if you're looking for advantages in this game, I think Crimson Cliffs has several, but one of those is just being here before. They were here last year. A lot of these players were juniors on that team, and they had a great season last year, but they came up short. And that desire to get back here and finish what they started last year has been great fuel for the seniors on this team. And they've got an outstanding group of them who want to bring Crimson Cliffs their first state championship.
Yeah, we got a few teams that we're covering today that have that, in Timpview and in Corner Canyon as well. Being here but got unfinished business, man. And that's all the fuel and fire that you need. And as we said, we've seen these guys explode on their first 2 series, man. This offense is high-powered and very hard to stop. And you can tell they're going about their business as if they have unfinished business.
Waiting for the conclusion of this media timeout.
Oh, media.
The worst.
Well, I mean, there's a few things. Green Canyon understands that they can move the ball. They just got to slow things down. But when they get in that red zone, they got to make it happen. It's extremely hard for them to do it down there. They got to get stops here on defense.
Barbin's going to run it. He's got room. Now we got a flag.
That's coming back.
Barbin's going to go down at the 32-yard line, well short of the marker. And there is a flag. Now the question Green Canyon's going to have is, do we take the penalty or do we force them to punt? What will be a 4th down and about 9 yards?
I'd take the penalty.
They're going to decline it. At least that looks to be the signal from the official.
Crimson Cliffs is way too aggressive to do a lot of different things. I've got to push them back, play this field position game as much as I can. I would push them back. But that's me.
Holding, number 71 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from your spot. Replay 3rd down.
because we already know that Crimson Cliffs is aggressive. They'll go for it, right? They'll go for it deep in their own side. They would go for fourth down at their own 32. They would definitely do that. But here now, it's going to be third down and, 27? It's going to be extremely hard for them to accomplish this. Defensively, you got to watch out for the screen game. Keep applying pressure. Timeout, Crimson Cliffs.
So Crimson Cliffs is going to talk this over, call a timeout on 3rd and 26 from the 15. And you're right, head coach JT Tauili agreed with you. Here's some more information on Crimson Cliffs High School. 11-game win streak, Sly. Their only loss this year was in South Jordan to Bingham, a 6A team that reached the 6A quarterfinals, and Crimson Cliffs had a fourth quarter lead. That's how good Crimson Cliffs has been this season. And how about that record for head coach Wayne Alofopo? 22-4 wow. To start a run at a school. I think this is the first of what could be many championships for this team if they were to win today. They really have a good thing going. Brand new school down in Washington. This program already reached the state championship game last year and seeking a first state title here today.
Well, it's an amazing job by Coach Alofopo right there and what he's doing, especially these last couple of years, being up here or being in the state championship game is setting a standard for Crimson Cliffs. Everybody who comes to Crimson Cliffs just understands that, look, if you come here, this is what we do. You got to do things, and that's how you buy into culture. You establish your culture, and guys come in there, and they're like, I want to win state championships. Show me how to do it. And Coach Alofopo knows how to do it.
Barbin on 3rd and 26. Catch is made quickly, but he's thrown down quickly as well. So the catch is made by Owen Peterson.
Tackle by Colin Gibson right there. And this is why I push him back. Now it's going to be 3rd and 17 here, 3rd and 18 here. They should punt it, but no guarantees. I think they're going to Ben Roethlisberger pooch punt it here. It's 3rd and 17 or 4th and 17 is extremely hard to grab. Plus, he's really deep.
Barbin will punt. Nobody back. And it's going to take a huge bounce.
Punt.
Sly, would you not have somebody back on that?
I mean, you should. You got to know they're going to do that.
That's a huge mistake.
I would have had Dewey Egan looking at that, and then you could go Dewey Egan play your post safety or whatever. Oh. And once he realizes that he punts that, he can go back and get that. But that's how you flip the field. That is exactly how you flip the field right there. But Green Canyon, that's a huge miss for them right there at understanding what Crimson Cliffs was trying to do there. Spreading the ball out right there, knowing that Crimson Cliffs, that's why they took timeout. They're like, oh, they're only going to rush 3? Let's punt this thing. We can get that thing off like it's nothing. Yeah, again, a big miss by Green Canyon on that.
Well, the Wolves defense gets the stop, but now they got to go 87 yards for a touchdown. 1st and goal, 10 from the 13. Oates to carry. And some key mistakes by Green Canyon in this game so far.
Because normally in other games you would be like, oh, it's okay. But this is the championship game. Yeah. Everything matters.
And this Crimson Cliffs team is really good.
Yeah.
And I believe Green Canyon is capable. They already beat Skyview. They have the ability, but not if they're going to make these kind of mistakes against this team that's hungry. Another carry.
Great defense.
Gain of about a yard.
They're stemming and slanting. They're doing a great job on the defensive side of the ball right there. Staying aggressive, getting back into the play. Great thing about slanting defense is you have to know your responsibilities. If you're slanting, you know you have to be in a certain gap. So if that gap moves, you have to go move with it. And I'm seeing that from this D-line. They're doing a great job of that.
So Oates has been carrying the ball on this drive, but it looks like they got a pass now. 3rd and 4 from the 19. Wilson is going to throw it. Now he's got to escape the pocket. He slips again. So twice he slipped on that turf. trying to get to the edge.
Fourth down now. Now you got to punt it.
Yeah.
You're too deep into your own territory. You got to punt
And they
this.
will. Green Canyon will punt here on fourth down.
He's got to get some longer studs on his cleats or something. Yeah.
Tanner Farron, who handles their punting and kicking duties, will send this away. And he gets it off. It's a high punt. Christiansen's back to take it, but he won't field it. It's going to take a nice bounce for Green Canyon. And they're blowing on it, trying to get it all the way back. Finally, it stops at the 37-yard line. That's where Crimson Cliffs will begin this next drive.
60% of the time, that technique works every time.
Hey, Green Canyon needs every inch right now.
Yes, they really do.
But hey, their defense did a really good job on that last drive. They're starting to figure some things out, making some adjustments against that offense that punched them right in the face, right out of the gate.
They're going to have to get some stops, though. They need turnovers here.
Christiansen to carry.
Oh,
he's loose.
Oh.
He's still going. Into Green Canyon territory, all the way down to the 38-yard line. McCord Christiansen shaken up a little bit, but that's his best run of the day.
Yeah, and it was good continued pressure by Green Canyon right here, because if this guy saw one little ounce of daylight, that's speed you can't catch.
DePalion now in the game. He's going to, no, it's Barbin's going to keep, and he's taken down.
Ooh.
That was close. Right at the 35-yard line. I think some fans wanted a late hit on Barbin, who gave himself up, but it wasn't really a slide.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was he was a runner on that play. Didn't go feet first, so. But quarterback still got that protection most of the time. Play on wasn't terrible. 2nd down and 6.
Second down and 8 from the 36. Barbin in the pocket. Plenty of time. Over the middle. Catch is made. Down at the 10-yard line. Owen Peterson. That'll move the chains.
Yes, it will. This one, he's looking back into the sun, so this guy's to be hard to see, but great pocket presence by Still Barbin. Getting it right out of the reach of the hands of the defender. There was a defender that was trying to undercut it, but the pass was just perfect. Great completion. Way to hang on to the ball, take the hit. Down inside the 10-yard line.
1st and 10. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 10. Barbin. Catch is made. Ty West. Green Canyon does a good job wrapping him up before he can advance forward. Down at the 6-yard line. Ty West has been really busy early in this game. Already has an 80-yard touchdown. He's over 100 yards receiving, and we haven't even reached halftime. Second and goal from the 6. West in motion. Barbin, another high snap. Oh, he goes down. Sack, Green Canyon. Colin Gibson gets in there and gets the sack. And he had help. This Green Canyon defense is fighting. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 11-yard line.
That was big.
Huge play here, although you figure they're probably thinking go on 4th if they don't get it here. And they're going to talk it over. Coach Alofa takes a timeout. With 6:26 left to play here in the 2nd quarter.
If Green Canyon can get a stop here, I know Crimson Cliff can kick a field goal. I just don't think they will because of how aggressive they are. But if Green Canyon can get a stop, drive down the field, get into the end zone, get some kind of points before the end of the half, That's the momentum you want to have entering that third quarter since they get the ball coming out. And they've done a great job since those first 2 series of holding off Crimson Cliffs, because Crimson Cliffs has had opportunity here in the second quarter and into the first quarter to make things happen.
Here's a look at the Green Canyon Wolves football team. Head coach JT Tauili in his first season with a 10-3 record. 4th in Region 11, but Region 11 is tough. And they peaked at the right time, got a win over number 1 Skyview, their rival in the quarterfinals. A school that opened in 2017, and just like Crimson Cliffs, the Wolves have never won a state title. In fact, this is the first year that they advanced past the quarterfinals.
Man, this is a lot of firsts over here. With all these new schools setting the standard, Green Canyon is some fighters, man. You know, being able to beat a top-ranked Skyview, coming in here, beating Park City the way they beat Park City, getting here and fighting through this first half against a great Crimson Cliffs team. They got a lot to say here. You know, nothing to regret. This is a great show here in standard setting. And our first-year head coach making it all the way to this point. This has got to feel extremely great for these guys.
Here we go. 6:26 left to play. Second quarter. 3rd and goal from the 11. Ty West in motion. Barbin takes the snap. Throws it to the end zone. Catch is made. Incomplete. Out of bounds.
Yeah.
So Alofapo made the catch, but he could not get a foot down on the red turf.
As I said, they're going to go for it. They're not a field goal team. They're like, no, we're going to score. And so I don't expect them to do a field goal here, but now it's 4th down and 11. 4th down and goal from the 11. See what they want to do.
Barbin has trips to his left. Time in the pocket. Takes a shot. Catch is made.
Ooh.
Oh, what a hit!
Ooh.
The ball jarred loose. The catch was not made because Tanner Farron came in and jarred it loose.
Yes.
What a play by Tanner Farron.
That is defense, baby.
And the Green Canyon Wolves take over on downs.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Boom, great play. Get his head out of the way. Great defensive technique. Great play on the ball. Quick. He threw it short of the goal line. I guess he's expecting him to make a move. But that is great reaction by that defense right there. You win one single coverage across the board and make things happen. This is the momentum they need. They got 6 minutes here to get down and get into an end zone right before halftime. Exactly what they needed to have happen. Big stop by that defense.
Green Canyon's defense stepping up. Let's see what the offense can do. Not much there. Crimson Cliffs brings the heat.
Wow.
And Oates isn't going anywhere.
Great defense right there.
McKay Wright leading the way.
It's like they knew exactly what was going on. They slid right into that toss play. Oates had nowhere to go. Oh, I lost 4 yards on that. That's huge.
2nd and 15 from the 6. Play clock's down to 10. They're not even up at the line. They got to go. Down to 5. They get the snap off. Wilson has time, but he's in the end zone. He avoids the rush. Catch is made by Egan at the 10. Still going to the 13. They're going to mark him at the 12.
6-yard pickup.
Positive gain, about 7 yards. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 8 from the 12.
Yeah, Crimson Cliffs is doing a great job of stunting right before the snap. Their O-lineman it's hard to get a beat on them. But they got to go. This play clock keeps running down like that. It's going to be 12 seconds before they even break the huddle.
They're crunching again here, too. I'm coming up on 10 seconds.
Gotta go.
3rd and 9 from the 12.
They're taking time like they got the lead. Go.
In motion.
Go.
Wilson gets it off. No, he does not. They're going to flag them. That's a false start.
Same thing.
They're taking too long to get those plays in.
They are. Now you got 3rd down and 14. It's not what you want.
Put a lot of pressure on your center there to get that ball snapped.
Yeah, because he's looking at the clock. He's like, you guys going to go? What's going on here?
That's a 5-yard setback that they did not need. 3rd and 15 now from the 6.
Wow. Take a timeout. You got to take a timeout.
And they're doing the same thing again.
You got to take a timeout,
They're
Coach.
just getting the play in.
5, 4, 3. Take a timeout. What are you doing?
I think Coach Tauili just did call a timeout. He did just call a timeout.
You just get potentially, I guess it was a false start, but a potential delayed game on the play before, and then you let it happen again. Like, you got to be ready. These offensive coordinators got to know what the next play is before it even happens. And the way that they substitute, the way that Green Canyon substitute, you got to be on it.
Yeah.
You cannot have this. Or the way that they put their plays in, not substitute. They have somebody from the field come get a play and then run it all the way back. That is extremely, extremely difficult to communicate. And you got to account for that with the play clock. And Green Canyon does it. They're doing too much double thinking. You got to be concise. You got to be confident with what you want to call. Now it's 3rd down and 14. You got to 15. You got to make it happen.
They're in a tough spot here against that Crimson Cliffs defense that so far has pitched a shutout. Green Canyon down 14-0. They could really use a big play here to keep this drive alive with 4:04 left to play in the second quarter. Wilson has a pocket over the middle. Catch is made by Tanner Farron, but he's just short of the marker.
Great hands.
Gets out to the 19-yard line. That's 2 yards short.
So hard to do. This is huge. This is the game. You got to go. I think you should go for it because of the state championship, but you miss. Crimson Cliffs gets the ball inside the 20-yard line.
They're going to go.
Play clock's
Farron's
running.
their punter, and he's hurt. Farron's walking off the field after making that catch. He came down on that turf hard. They're going to go. They're going to go from their own 19 on 4th and 2.
Got to go here. Got to go.
Man in motion. Are they just trying to draw him off?
Crimson Cliff's going to heat him up.
He's going to take it, and he punts. Oh, he kicked it off the back of the head of his own player. And, boy, Green Canyon got bailed out by the timeout there. That was smart. Head coach JT Tauili calls a timeout, and they needed it there.
If that wasn't clutch. This is why when you pooch punt, you got to step back. You can't be at normal shotgun depth at 5 yards. You got to be at least at 8 yards. And he didn't. He didn't. He stayed there at 5 yards. That was close. It's like a field goal block.
Let me. I mentioned their kicker. Their punter is Tanner Farron,
who just caught that pass.
Who got hurt. He had to come off the field, so Wilson just had to improvise. Farron is now back out there to punt. So now they send out their official punt team. So they will not go for it on 4th and 2.
Smart. You got timeouts, you got to use them, especially here
I
in the
did
first
like
half.
if their intent was to try to draw them off sides. That makes total sense.
Right.
But not their ideal punting situation there with personnel. This is what they want. Oh, it's a bad snap.
That is
over
not
the head
what
of
you
Farron. Can he get it off? He cannot. It's a safety.
That is not what you wanted.
And Farron is really struggling to get up. The punt was high, and Farron is injured and compromised. He couldn't jump to get the punt over his head. And this is the result.
Oof. Yeah, he must have an aggravated ankle there. That's unfortunate.
Caden Haas gets the safety for Crimson Cliffs.
So now it's a safety, and you got to punt it away to it.
And Crimson Cliffs has plenty of time. 3:04 left in the second quarter. So the Mustangs with the 16-0 lead will get the ball back here with 3:04 to play in the half.
What does Green Canyon do if your punter's hurt and you can't even punt for the safety?
That's a good question. We will find out here shortly. That's a tough spot. That's a big, if Tanner Farron is injured, that's a huge loss for Green Canyon. He made that defensive stop on 4th down just a moment ago.
You need your players, yeah, for sure.
He's an important player on their defense. And so to lose him there is crucial, but to lose him in the kicking game, that would be devastating. He handles both their, just their punting duties. They have a different place kicker. Plenty of room to run here. All the way to midfield. Caden Garcia-Casey with a nice return all the way to midfield. In fact, they're going to start this drive in Green Canyon territory at the 48-yard line with 2:57 left to play. Green Canyon will get the ball first in the second half. So this is an opportunity for Crimson Cliffs. To get some more points on the board before the half. Barbin takes the snap. The pocket holds. Now he's going to have to break out and just throws it away.
That's grounding.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's grounding.
Are they going to let that go?
I don't know how.
Yeah, there's the flag. So that's going to set back Crimson Cliffs. That's huge.
And
great job by the Green Canyon defense.
Great pressure. Great pressure right there. That's what you got to do on the back end. That's what you got to do right there. You got to make him hold it for that first one, and then he clutches, and you continued pressure right there. He just couldn't get away right there. Great job by Green Canyon. Lost it down. Nice.
Second and 27 from the 35. Barbin throws it outside. That's Garcia-Casey who takes a huge shot right on the sideline. Nice hit. Clean legal hit by Stembridge. Carter Stembridge. Here's another look.
Great play call right here. Great to get on the edge. Great blocking by those receivers. But wow, what a hit by Carter Stembridge.
Caden Garcia-Casey gets a big gain, but he paid a price. They got a shot here. 3rd and 10 from the 48. Original line of scrimmage. Catch is made by Peterson. He's close. He's just short of the marker. Great job by the Green Canyon defense to hold him short, but you figured Crimson Cliffs is going to go here.
Oh, yeah, they're going to go. They're going to try to draw him off sides first, then they're going to do a check with me and see if the coach wants to punt it or go for it, depending on how Green Canyon lines up.
Owen Peterson has had a nice first half here. Multiple catches. 4th and 2.
Yep,
Crimson Cliffs.
Tried to draw him off sides. Now do a check with me. What does coach want to do? Do I want to go for it or do I want to punt it? Let's see here. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it here. They're going to run the football.
But first, they're going to call timeout. They're going to talk this over, and why not? They still have a timeout in the bag. The Green Canyon defense, even if Crimson Cliffs picks this up here, I mean, that's the Green Canyon defense has played really tough here.
You gotta tip your cap to them. They played really good against
this is what they're up against.
Offense.
Look at these numbers from Crimson
45
Cliffs.
points a game. Oh my gosh, 3 60-point games, 3 50-point games, 240, 230s. Yeah,
that's incredible.
And you take that big shot on the very first play of the game, and you've been able to hold them to 16 points, 2 points, which is not your fault. Your offense and special teams gave that up. Yeah, tip your cap to the Green Canyon defense right now. They are playing outstanding. Still got a lot of game to go. And if they want to win this game, they're going to have to contribute a turnover. They got to make a turnover happen here. Strip sack, interception. Steele Barbin, he's vulnerable to an interception. I know he's got a 44-6 interception ratio, touchdown to interception ratio. But he's willing to take risk, and if you're willing to take risk, there's opportunity there for defense.
In 10 of their 13 games this year, they've scored 30 or more points. That's incredible. Here we go. 4th and 2 from the 40. It's run up the middle. Christiansen,
he didn't get there.
It's close. He leans forward at the end. That might have been enough. Green Canyon thinks they've stopped them. They might have to measure this. It's that close.
Yeah, that second effort gave them a little closer, but I think they will have to measure this.
This is a huge spot by these officials.
Are they going to give it to them?
They're going to measure. It's that close. I'm telling you, this Green Canyon defense has been up to the task today, minus the first play of the game.
Yes.
They got beat for an 80-yard shot. Since then, it's a 9-0 ball game, I should say now. So this Green Canyon defense has played Crimson Cliffs tough. And this would be huge if they could get a stop here and give their offense the ball back with 150 left.
Let's see. Oh,
No,
they didn't get it. Oh, my gosh.
The Wolves defense takes a stand. I'm telling you, this defense came to play today. They have been very impressive against one of the most electric offenses in the state, regardless of classification. And now this offense has another chance. This defense keeps giving them opportunities. They've got to capitalize.
They've got to, and they've got to, and that comes from a lot of different places. As we said, the way that they put in plays, the way that they are aggressive on first down. They've been running the ball with zero effectiveness on first down, and it's been absolutely terrible. They got to change that up. Get the ball to Dewey Egan. Some way, some shape or form. Crimson Cliffs is literally playing so aggressive over the middle. You're going to have one-on-one with Dewey Egan on the outside. Give him an opportunity. I know they got good defensive backs over there, but Dewey Egan is that player. You have to take a shot with him. On the sideline right there, you're not looking back into the sun. You got one-on-one on the outside. Dewey Egan wins off the line of scrimmage. I can't find another way of why you wouldn't take a shot right now.
The deep ball really hasn't been Green Canyon's game this season, but they might be forced to take some shots here. Wilson. Now he's in trouble. Big trouble. Gets it away. The catch is made.
Egan.
What an effort. Dewey Egan.
They got to get up and go. Clock's rolling.
Clock is running. We're down to 1 minute 30. That took a while.
Yes, it did.
And it gained just 5 yards. Now they're going to call timeout. There's a timeout. There's a timeout because of an injury. Dewey Egan is still down on the ground. That was a great effort by Wilson to somehow avoid the rush, scrambling and then throwing against his body to Egan, who's trying to walk this off. They cannot afford to lose Dewey Egan. He took a shot there at the end of that. That was a lot of running for 4 yards. That's the gain, 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 43. Wilson. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket.
Oh.
Avoids the rush again. Trying to get to the edge on the other side. He's got a first down.
I'd call timeout.
He's to midfield.
Do they have a timeout? I'd call timeout. There you go.
Peyton Wilson.
Great job. One that
will not go down.
That took a lot of effort, so he's tired.
Again, that took 20 seconds, and he gained 6 yards.
Oh, he did take a timeout. Oh, so they're going.
They're letting it run.
Pause the clock for the sticks.
They have one timeout left. Wilson.
Throw it.
Has time.
You got to throw it.
Takes a shot now. Incomplete. Great defense by number 23, Braden Smith, in coverage. Knocked that away. And the clock will stop. That's actually, aside from a big gain, it's the next best thing for Green Canyon to stop that clock. 47 seconds left. This is so important for Green Canyon to get points. They do get the ball to start the second half. But this offense has really struggled moving the ball against Crimson Cliffs. Down 16-0. It's important they get something on the board. They're at midfield. 2nd and 10. Wilson. Good pocket, but he doesn't have anybody open. Now he's in trouble. He pitches it out. Catch is made.
Oh, gotta go.
Short gain. He gets 6.
Calling
it's a gain of 6.
You calling timeout, or what are you going to do? Clock is rolling. 30, 29, 28, 27. Gotta go.
Sam Stott with the catch. Down to 20 seconds. Wilson. Rush comes. Taking a shot over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That was their best chance.
Yeah,
he was open. He hit him right in the hands.
They had multiple guys open. Even the will route, will stop on the side. He had that open. But you complete that pass over the middle. He goes down. You take a timeout. You have great shot to take a 25-yard shot at the end zone. If you don't get it, you can kick a field goal. Just mismanagement here. It's unfortunate.
Dewey Egan's back in the game with 14 seconds left. It's going to be 4th down and 4 from the 44. The down really not a huge concern here. They just need to get in a position down there where they can get a field goal attempt. Wilson. Catch is made. That's a 1st down. Okay, that moves the chains.
Yeah.
Clock stops temporarily.
Call timeout, yeah, because it doesn't matter. You're now under 10 seconds.
They have 9 seconds on the clock.
Effectively, if you take a good enough shot.
No, they're going to call the timeout. They're going to use it now.
Yeah, use your timeout now. It doesn't matter. If you take a good enough shot, you could get at least how far you are away from the end zone. You could take 2 shots at the end zone. I think you could get 2 shots at the end zone here.
The struggle for Green Canyon, they just can't. That's not their game. Wilson doesn't throw the ball that deep. That's just really not something they have in the arsenal. Which makes it really difficult in 2-minute offense.
He's going to have to find it. He's going to have to dig deep and be able to throw that ball 36 yards into the end zone. Or just a fade route. If you throw, because I think the first attempt has got to be quick. You either do a deep out route, because I think Crimson Cliffs is going to come in and prevent. They're going to play pretty deep to try to protect the end zone. You take a deep out route, so you get out of bounds. You get out of bounds with 2-3 seconds left. And then you have one more shot at an end zone. But the coach right now needs to let them know we don't have timeouts, so don't throw the ball inbounds unless it's a touchdown.
So the offense will go. They're not in field goal range. A field goal from here would be 53 yards. 9 seconds. They got to get out of bounds. Or just go for the end zone here. Wilson. Flushed out of the pocket. 5 seconds.
Uncovered.
He's going to throw it to the end zone. He's there. Incomplete. And the clock strikes 0. And that is the end of the first half. Great job by Crimson Cliffs to keep this Green Canyon team out of the end zone. So that's how the first half ends. Crimson Cliffs with a 16-0 lead. 16-0 the score.
Yeah, it's exciting first quarter for the Crimson Cliffs offense.
Yeah.
And then it really slowed down. But this championship football, Green Canyon has to know they still have opportunities to get in it. And, it was they had plenty of opportunities, which they'll have in the second half. They just got to get in the end zone.
Okay, Marilou's Cook standing by with head coach Wayne Alofipo.
Coach, I know that last week that we had talked about how adversity was something that had really motivated your team and was good for you heading into this one. How do you hope to create more adversity for the opposing team tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I told the guys at the beginning, this quarterback's their whole team, so we can keep him in the pocket and we're going to be in good shape. You can see when he gets out of the pocket, he's a dangerous young man, and so our job is keep him in the pocket, force him to throw from the pocket, and I think we'll do that. We'll find success.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
He's right. Wilson has been very good running out of the pocket. But on that drive, they just ran out of time.
Yeah, well, I mean, guys got to catch the football.
Yeah.
If guys catch the football, they're in great position on many occasions there. But this is state championship. You don't have many opportunities, so you have to make the ones that you do get count.
Green Canyon will get the ball back to start the second half, down 16-0. The Crimson Cliff Mustangs are just 24 minutes away from their first state championship. We'll be back with second half action in about 20 minutes. For now, let's go down to the KSL Sports Rewind, guys, for the halftime show.
And welcome back into Rice-Eccles Stadium. 16-0. Crimson Cliffs leads. And Green Canyon. Green Canyon wants that first quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, the start probably couldn't have gone any worse for Green Canyon, right? And we talked about running the football. Forget that, man. Why don't we strike up a long ball to start things off? It was fireworks early. Set the tone, 14-0 in the first, I think, 3 minutes. You're right, Dusty. Green Canyon, if they played those 3 minutes better, one-possession game.
I mean, Tyler West is playing like a man possessed. You need someone over the top. You need someone underneath. You need someone, I mean, throw the whole team over there because Tyler West is absolutely balling out as a receiver. And special teams have come into play as well with a muffed punt, getting a safety. So that's how we're getting to 16. But
he found a way to work special teams into this already.
I absolutely did.
Coach Twiley told me this week, he said, if we're going to pull off an upset over a powerhouse like Crimson Cliffs, we have to play clean football. Yeah. Okay, the first play of the game happens. They scored the long touchdown. You expect that to happen against Crimson Cliffs. They're going to put up points. Everything else after that has been as a direct result of a Green Canyon mistake. And that's exactly what Coach said they could not do. And there it is. I mean, that right now is the difference between a one-score game and where we're at.
Really, you have one drive for Crimson Cliffs in that first half, right?
Yep.
And you got to love the resolve of Green Canyon's defense. You go down on a whole 14-0 like that, you could have mailed this thing in. There's no quit in the Wolves, which we expected. We know they're gritty, they're tough. They've kept them in it. I mean, this game's not over.
But certainly isn't over. You think about that drive. They get down. It was 4th and goal. They go for it on the 3-yard line. Don't get it. And I love the tenacity of the coaching staff from Green Canyon. They got 4th and 2 on their own 25-yard line there before the half. It's hey, we're pushing all of our chips in the middle right now. It's the last game of the year. Can't hold anything back now.
There it is.
And they kept it alive.
And they have. And that's what they're going to have to do, especially now. They got 24 minutes left of football, right? And they're down 16 points against an offense that can get going at any moment. They're going to have to take risks that they probably wouldn't make in a normal game. They're going to have to try to make some big plays happen. I've been super impressed with Peyton Wilson. He's out there. Yeah. He's trying to make plays.
For the end of the half.
Cliffs defense is just swarming, and there's not much there. But the quarterback play's been really good for Green Canyon. I mean, they're doing what they need to do. They're just up against the powerhouse.
Crimson Cliff's defense has really showed up today. I mean, Jay Sweeten almost had an interception here in the back of the end
Forced
zone.
fumble.
Probably should have been called an interception.
I was screaming at the top of my lungs.
I was going to tell you, hey, Moose, the press box, we need to tone it down a little bit. That volume was a little loud.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, my wife can tell you. She's like, he yells at the TV, too. Luckily, he gets an outlet with these things. But the defense has been amazing. The flow, it's what we saw from Green Canyon last week, but they really are swarming, like you said. And I have never seen such pursuit going on as this Crimson Cliffs is doing. And it's just amazing to watch.
You know, it's interesting. So we spent time there on Green Canyon. Now we look at Crimson Cliffs. And McCourt Christiansen has had his moments. Steele Barbin has had his moments. We talk about Ty West has had his moments. But this is just what we expect out of Crimson Cliffs. Now, the second quarter didn't go the way they wanted to go, Dane. But this is the dominant team that we expected.
Well, I mean, I think what we said was this probably won't be the highest scoring game of the day. These are two really good defenses. And I think the first half played out that way. You take off a 75-yard touchdown on the first play from the line of scrimmage, right? I mean, that takes away almost half the points that we've seen scored today and would take away a big chunk of the offense. We knew it was going to be tough to come by points, and I think they knew that too, and that's why I love coming out the way they did, right? If you know you're going up against a strong defense, hey, let's go for broke on the first play, and it works out. They get the right coverage look, and they're able to score it, but I bet that's half their yards.
Well, get this. Here's the stats that came in. Crimson Cliffs has 171 yards on 28 plays. So that tells you 27 plays for 100 yards. Well, less than 100 yards. Yeah. After that, Green Canyon, 26 plays, 78 total yards. So you're seeing this really bear out because you take out one play, now we can't take it out. But if you do, I mean.
I actually don't think that's in there because if you look at the box score, it says a 27-yard pass on that opening. I think it's 72. I think we're missing about 50 yards. But even at that, so if we did that, you've got 225 yards essentially in the first half and 75 of them on the first play from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So you see there, it just plays a little bit differently. Peyton Wilson with 15 yards rushing. He's yet to be sacked, which is kind of impressive because one player for the end of the half, Jeff. I mean, just shows the tenacity of the kid.
He's escaped, I think, 4 or 5 different sacks on 4 or 5 different plays. I mean, he's playing really well. He's going to have to find a new gear in the second half to come back. I'm anxious to see how long he can hold up because he is taking a beating. I mean, all of these scrambles, they may not be sacks, but he's getting hit at the end of those plays. How long is he going to be able to do that? Dewey Egan, we saw him on that hurdle. He went down. He came back into the game, but is that injury going to linger along? I mean, those are really kind of the heart and soul of that Green Canyon offense, and they're both getting hit a lot in this one.
Yeah, Dewey Egan, I was watching that play, and I felt hurt from that
Yeah,
one.
no kidding.
I was like, don't hurdle. It's not a good choice. And then, bam.
And luckily, a player had 2 body parts on the ground, or that would have been a penalty, too, and he would have been hurt.
And remember, that's a kid, he was doing special teams for them, looked very electric returning kicks. And so he is that's a big piece for them to be missing. We talk about 2 good defenses. Green Canyon is averaging under 2 yards a carry right now. That's a tough recipe, and Crimson Cliffs is just about 3. So neither of these defenses conceding much on the ground. It's been strong defensive effort in the first half.
I think all things considered, if you're Green Canyon, we talked about how it's going to have to be gross football if they're going to win. It's going to have to be ugly. And it is. It's kind of ugly offense. It's going the way going the way Green Canyon probably wants it to go. But Crimson Cliffs has just made one more play on offense, and then they have forced those turnovers. The safety, that happens, right? I mean, it's just been those mistakes from Green Canyon, and Crimson Cliffs is playing clean football. That's really the difference in the first half. And the Crimson Cliffs now, they've got some room for error. They can go and they can try to find that big play again, get Steele Barbin going. I've been really impressed with Steele. That opening pass, he put that ball right on the money. I mean, that was a beautiful throw and really kind of set the tone. I mean, he's been able to find some momentum in the passing game. Crimson Cliffs, man, they are who we thought they were. They're very, very good.
Steele Barbin, 10-13. We'll go with Dane's number 174, call 175 yards passing in the first half with a touchdown. This is interesting because just to give some positivity, 3 of us went with Crimson Cliffs in this game. Jeff went with Green Canyon. This game, now, a little bit different. Morgan was beating Green Canyon 14-0 at the half in the 4th week of the season. Final score is 15-14 Green Canyon.
They've done it before.
So they've done it before. They got a chance to do it. A little different animal on the field.
It's a lot different.
I mean, from a Trojan to a horse. A Trojan horse.
Well done. Well done. Almost like you set it up, but you ran into that.
I did.
That was well done, though.
Thank you.
I do think I kind of touted 16 or 17, maybe the magic number. I don't know that will be the case. I think Crimson will find some more points in this second half. But you're right. I mean, for Green Canyon, it's like, can you get 3 scoring possessions in the second half? Against this defense, that feels like a lot right now.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can do it.
The last drive, they found something a little bit.
They get the ball to open up the second half, and I think that drive is going to be very, very important for Green Canyon.
Most certainly. We'll finish up. We got a few more minutes left here. We'll finish up, but then we'll come back and get some final thoughts before we go there. Let's talk about the next game coming up because we'll have our pregame going into it, but also the 6A championship game coming up next. It is Isaac Wilson's last game in high school. It's the last game for Wilson in high school, but Corner Canyon looking to change the narrative. They've lost 2 straight. Get this is the 5th straight state championship game they're in. They're 3-2. They're kind of the LeBron James of the moment. They are great. They're the best program in the state of Utah, but they have lost the last 2 state championship games they've been to, trying to rewrite the narrative against the reigning champion, Skyridge.
Yeah, Coach Kerr's seat a little bit hot there, right, with back-to-back state championship losses. I mean,
he's like he and Ryan Day. I mean, they're right neck and neck.
Yeah. No, look,
another loss to a rival. I mean, you're just in trouble.
They were that close last year, right, against Skyridge. I think there's a lot of revenge playing Corner Canyon. I think the way they played last week, that's probably the most, I think I said last week, the most dominant game I've seen in this stadium. We'll see if they can back that up with another dominative performance. It'll be tougher. That Skyridge defense flows, but I think it's a tall task for the Falcons.
It's a very tall task. I've been laughing. One of the coaches at Corner Canyon, I was talking to him, and he's like, I needed to get my head clear. I went out of the country. I went all the way to Asia. And while I was in the airport, someone was wearing a Skyridge shirt. and started yelling at me about how...
You were in Asia. Were you wearing a Skyridge shirt in Asia?
I was not in Asia, but that would have been way funny. But all these coaches, all these players have heard how dominant Skyridge was last year, and they're trying to make their own mark against Skyridge this year. And I just love that it's matched up perfectly for kind of a grudge match once again.
I think we'll see more than 16 points of offense in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm willing to make that bold claim, go out on that limb. I think we're going to see a lot of offense in that
Good
game.
bet.
Well, we talked last week. It was a very emotional week for Skyridge, right? You have the whole thing with Coach Ham, and it shouldn't have been that big, but it was. Misinformation just makes things bigger. So now this week, can emotions get you again? Right? Ham put this stuff out on Tuesday, maybe reuniting some stuff with his team. Can emotion ride 2 weeks in a row?
You know, I want to say no. I want to say that eventually those things, it comes down to talent. It comes down to execution on the field. But I've seen Kirby Smart find ways to, convince those Georgia players that everybody is counting them out. Like, they haven't lost in a million years. And somehow Kirby Smart does it. I mean, I think that there's teams and coaches that are wired to build and to manufacture that doubt and that, hey, everybody's doubting you. You guys, it's us against the world. And the guys who can do that, they tend to come out with fire, even when it doesn't necessarily make sense. And so maybe they can.
Well, Skyridge has the talent. I mean, Deshaun Tolio alone, I love that kid. He puts so much pressure on the quarterback. I don't know if Corner Canyon has faced a defense like Skyridge this year.
Except for Bishop Gorman.
Well, okay, except for Bishop Gorman, yes.
Said,
and they did put up 49 against Gorman. So
they did
35?
40 whatever, 30 whatever
35,
it was.
35, yeah.
Felt like a million.
They haven't faced...
They lost $2 million to $1 million.
First of all, in 3 quarters, I mean, they were scoring over 10 points. Go ahead.
That's where my math
Finish
was.
that, Moose.
But I think that this is a very experienced team that Skyridge is a very experienced team that's gone against top teams all year long, where Corner Canyon necessarily hasn't, except for Bishop Gorman and except for Lehigh just barely. But Skyridge has had a tougher road to get here, and I think you're going to see that come out in this next game.
Can you ride emotion 2 weeks in a row? I'll tell you this. There was an interesting tweet that went out this week. Not to keep bringing up the past. Coach Ham sent out a tweet.
Yeah.
It was the first thing we had heard from Coach Ham.
Zeet.
Sorry, I'm not with the times. I'm old school.
I made up Zeet.
He sent out a Zeet.
Capital X.
That's the first we had heard from him. You want to know a great way to ride emotion 2 weeks in a row? Get your head coach to weigh in on the situation.
Yeah.
Who won't be here. That's a great way to reignite the troops once again, right?
Yep.
We had all the build-up last week. And Coach Ham playing a little bit of chess there, reminding his group, hey, guys, I'm not going to be there, right? We tried. I'm not going to be there. That's a great way to reignite that emotion. Now, it's a program that lives on emotion. Got to contain that emotion. They did it last week. They got to find that right line of using it as a driver without having it take away from their ultimate goal.
Yeah, and after this game, we'll have the post-game show for the champion of 4A. We'll roll right into our 6A preview and get things going. But before we send it back up to JJ and Sly, let's get some final thoughts. What do these teams need to do in the second half if they're going to come back with the trophy?
If your Crimson Cliffs continue to focus on that defensive side of the ball, continue to take away the run game and make Green Canyon do things that you don't want, that Green Canyon does not want to do. And if you're Green Canyon, you get the ball, you've got to find a way to score points in this first drive, because you got to come up with really 3 scores, right? You got to score 3 scoring drives. You don't have a whole lot of time to do it. You can't waste any opportunities, and it starts at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, opportunities are at a premium. For Green Canyon, they have to get some interceptions, some turnovers, anything, because they need more drives than Crimson Cliffs has at the end of the day. So scoring the first drive, that'll be big. If they can't, this could get out of hand quickly.
I think for Green Canyon, you got to find a spark, and that might be a turnover by the defense. It might be maybe you got a little trickeration offensively, right? A double pass, something to just get some emotion on the sideline and get your team to believe. The defense has done their part in that first half. We had 5 fourth-down tries in that first half combined.
Yeah.
Green Canyon did not convert a third down. Like, these two teams, very aggressive on fourth down. They've had a lot of fourth and shorts, but Green Canyon has to be able to convert third downs. And I think you got to find some spark. I'd look for maybe some sort of trick play, something. You're down in this game. If you turn it over, but I don't know if you can get back without something to just create an ignition, a spark, something. I'd say look in your bag of tricks on this first drive. See if you can't get something to get back and get your team feeling good.
They've been hungry like a wolf for the first half. It's time to start going out and be a wolf in the second half.
Oh, that's where we were.
Wolves get food. Wolves wait. Wolves go get it.
You know what they say?
I don't think that's true.
The legs feed the wolves.
The legs feed the wolves. Absolutely. Legs feed the wolves, boys. Well, we're going to have a champion. Our first champion of the day in 2 quarters, and we'll have all the reaction to it right here on the KSL Sports UN pregame or postgame show. But let's get ready to send us back up to JJ and Sly. For Vince Francis, Kenzie Valentine, Dane, Moose, Jeff, I'm Dusty. Thanks for joining us and for watching the halftime show of the 4A State Championship. Let's send it back up to JJ and Sly.
Welcome back to Rice-Eccles Stadium. Halftime here in the 4A State Championship game between the Crimson Cliff Mustangs and the Green Canyon Wolves. 16-0 Crimson Cliffs leads right now, Sly. Defense was a story in that game after the 80-yard touchdown. We saw a lot of defense on both sides. It's going to make a really interesting matchup here in the second half. We thought maybe we'd have more scoring in this game, but it's turned into a defensive battle.
Yeah, it's exactly what you wanted to have as a response from Green Canyon. Crimson Cliff comes out, punches you in the mouth in the first 2 series, and then the defense takes over. Green Canyon is playing absolutely outstanding at the end of the first quarter and into the second quarter. Now it's just up to that offense. You got to complement that defense at some point here. Green Canyon's got to continue that defensive pressure on Crimson Cliffs if they want to make it happen. But Crimson Cliff has played absolutely outstanding. Exactly what you needed to do from them. They got to put this game away though if they want to make this state championship run here in the second half.
Crimson Cliffs will kick off. The Mustangs had 171 yards of offense in that first half, 78 yards for Green Canyon. Their offense really struggled in that first half, and give Crimson Cliffs credit for that. But outside of that, it's been a pretty even matchup. That's really the edge. Is Green Canyon's offense has not been able to generate enough in that first half, but they'll get a chance right here. First and 10 from the 20. Peyton Wilson at quarterback. Sends a man in motion. And the handoff right up the middle. Goes to Oates, and he's not going to go anywhere.
Again, first down, aggressiveness. That's how Crimson Cliff started off with such a big lead, is because they were so aggressive on first down, setting themselves up, not making second down so hard. You lose a yard right there. Crimson Cliffs have done a great job in this game, stimming, stunting, slanting into gaps, making it extremely hard to run the football. You can't do that on first down if you're Green Canyon, because you're playing right into Crimson Cliff's hands.
2nd and 11 from the 19. Wilson's going to throw it outside. Ooh, the ball is dropped. That is not the start they wanted. Ethan Cutler with the drop.
As we said at the end of that first half right there, Wilson was making things happen, but guys were dropping balls right there. This is a state championship, and you're not going to get many opportunities at a team like Crimson Cliff dropping the football. I think they beat Skyview because they didn't have those mistakes. It came down to the wire, but they're going to need guys throughout this game, and you're got to take advantage here. This is a big third down to start this second half.
3rd and 11 from the 19. Wilson's got 4 receivers. He's in the pocket. He's in trouble. He's going down. The Mustangs get the sack. Number 54 all over it. Parker Andrus. That is sack number 19 on the season for Andrus.
Coach Alofapo said it at the end of the first half. We got to keep him in the pocket. When he gets out of the pocket, he's dangerous. Great job of corralling the pocket right there by the Crimson Cliffs defense, not allowing Wilson any breathing room.
Wilson took a while to get up. He's slowly coming off the field right now. That could be trouble for Green Canyon. Although we'll mention in the Park City game in the semifinal, he had a minor injury and was able to get up. So Green Canyon forced to punt again. This time, instead of a safety, they get the punt away. McCourt Christiansen's got a chance to return this to the 50. He's still loose to the 47-48 when they finally wrap him up. They're going to stop his progress there. And Crimson Cliffs is going to start another drive in Green Canyon territory.
Great return. Good coverage right there, because that could have been worse. But actually a really good punt. Backed up, understanding the circumstances of the safety in the first half, so that's in the back of your mind. You got a good roll right there. Christiansen's a dangerous return, man. Anytime he has the ball in his hands, you got to beware. But it's hard to do it when you're all backed up.
Bubble screen. Ty West. West escapes outside. Enough for a first down. He's all the way down to the 31-yard line.
Simple plays like that. That's aggressive first down play right there. Good RPO. Fake the run. Throw it outside. Get it to your playmaker who has 19 touchdowns on the edge. Watch him work. Great work right there by Ty West of getting around the blocks, picking up 12 yards.
1st and 10 from the 36. West in motion. He's going to pitch it to him. It's a forward pass. West is tackled at the 31-yard line. He's not going to get. It's actually a decent gain. It's going to be about 5 on that. They'll take that on first down. They go jet sweep. And the forward pitch, and West gets down to the 31. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 31. Barbin with Christiansen in the backfield. Trips to the left. Malachi Alofapo in single coverage to his right. Barbin takes the snap. The rush comes. Now he's got to escape. Now he's going down.
Ball's out.
Ball's loose.
Did they get it back?
It looks like Barbin fell on it immediately, but That is a sack for
How
the
about
Green
that
Canyon
pass
defense.
rush right there? Threw him out of the club. No White Sox in the club, young man.
That was a green wave.
Oh, my gosh. Boom. Get out of here. Oh, ball's out. He falls on it. Oh, my gosh. Fortunate bounce right there for Crimson Cliffs. That would have been our, as we said, this Green Canyon defense has been playing absolutely stellar in the game thus far.
3rd and 9 from the 35. Big play here for both teams in the third quarter, and now we have a timeout. Crimson Cliffs has to call a timeout on 3rd and 9 at the Green Canyon 35.
Hey, man, in games like this, the way this defense is playing, if they can get something from their offense and they start to put up points, these timeouts are going to be valuable here at the end of the fourth quarter. Time will tell, but, like, you do not, and I feel more loose about using my timeouts in the first half. I'm like, okay, we need this here. In the second half, I'm like Coach Witt. I'm holding those timeouts tight until the last minute of the game.
Yeah, no team wants to take a timeout 3 minutes into the third quarter because you're always going to need those late. But Crimson Cliffs, this is an important play for them. This is a chance. If you convert here, it's 3rd and, you keep this drive alive. They have a chance to really put a lot of pressure on Green Canyon. It's going to be tough for Green Canyon to come back from 23-0. As you see right here, this is why. Because Crimson Cliffs averages 45.5 points per game. Good for Green Canyon. They've held them to 16 so far. But it's going to be really tough to continue to contain this Crimson Cliffs offense, especially if that defense is feeling the pressure of an offense that can't score.
Yeah, oh, for sure. And Crimson Cliffs, I think that they don't have a worry about using timeouts because of how fast they move.
Yeah.
How up-tempo they are. They understand quick no-huddle. They can make their way downfield really quickly. As you've seen, the way they score points this year, they can score quick. They can score slow. They can do what they need to do on the offensive side of the ball. So utilizing timeouts at this point in the game isn't a big a worry, only if you need to slow down the other teams where you need your timeouts.
3rd and 9, big play here. Barban, high snap, it takes it. They're going to run a screen to Christiansen, and the Green Canyon defense steps up again.
Wow.
Taken down, didn't get much on that. I don't even think he got a yard. We got injured players for Green Canyon, but they get what they want there. They get the stop. Injured player timeout here.
Bryson Paps, he's been playing absolutely amazing in this game. He gets up, walks it off.
And Will Wheatley came up with that tackle. Another look at the players to look out for here. We just mentioned Wheatley, who has 8 sacks. He made that tackle. Dewey Egan on both sides of the ball. 8 interceptions to lead the team. 2 touchdowns on defense.
2 defensive touchdowns.
So, we mentioned him for a reason, and Carter Stembridge is all over the place. And we've called number 11 multiple times today. So all those guys we just showed you have had an impact on this game. This defense got a shutout against Park City last week. Now they're going to try to get a 4th and 9 stop here. Barban in the pocket, plenty of time. Rush is coming. Incomplete pass. No flags. The Green Canyon defense does it again.
That's all we said is if this Green Canyon offense can complement somehow this defense is playing outstanding. Crimson Cliffs is an outstanding football team. Offense, defense, special teams, they put up amazing numbers. But there's times where you're going to have opportunities to get after them, and this defense is making those opportunities had right now, but they are just not converting on those on the offensive side of the ball. They got to do something here to complement how great their defense is playing.
Tanner Farron in coverage on that play. 1st and 10, Green Canyon. Trying to bubble screen here. Oates with the catch. He gets 3 or 4 yards on that play. They're trying to get to the edge, so it's pretty noticeable. They're not having any luck in between the tackles. They're trying to get out to the edge and try to get an explosive play.
But that's what I was talking about. You got to be, aggressive on 1st down. And, now it's 2nd down and 7, 2nd down and 6. It's a lot better than 2nd down and 11. because you've been losing yards just running the ball up the middle. But honestly, I thought that was going to be a double pass the way that was set up.
Yeah.
Because if they did, that was a touchdown.
7:45, third quarter. Wilson is going to hand it off. Oates the carry. Trying to bounce outside. He's going nowhere. He loses a yard. That Crimson Cliffs defense.
Yeah, they're not having luck.
We're giving Green Canyon's defense a lot of love, and well-deserved, but this Crimson Cliffs defense has also been a story in this game. They're giving Green Canyon nothing.
Jay Sweeten is playing that safety position
Yes.
extremely well. The way he's coming down into the box, understanding exactly what Green Canyon wants to do, and eliminating that, he's doing a tremendous job of finishing the plays right there, because Oates is not an easy tackle, and he's making sure he gets down to the ground and is getting tackled for loss.
3rd and 7. Crimson Cliffs brings 4. Wilson tries to escape. He's going nowhere. Just short of the 40-yard line. That's not going to be enough. We got some bodies on the ground out there. Wilson's hobbled, as I mentioned on the last drive, and now a Crimson Cliffs defender is on the ground. And he's in pain. Hate to see this.
Yeah, it just looked like he got rolled up on the tackle there. Yeah, it's definitely not what you want to see.
Yeah, they're going to attend to the injured player. We'll take a break. 16-0 Crimson Cliffs leads Green Canyon in the 4A state championship game.
Moving mountains takes more than muscle. It takes commitment through the comfortable, the uncomfortable, the starts, the stops, the sunny days, the stormy days. Here at Salt Lake Running Company, rain or shine, we've got you. We are here to help you keep moving forward. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995. SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us in store or online today at slrc.com.
I love my new Blazer. It's cute and comfortable, very quiet, and drives really good in any weather condition. My experience buying it here at John Watson Chevrolet was super awesome. Everyone was really friendly. I didn't feel a ton of pressure, and they helped me get the exact Blazer that I wanted. Definitely a 5-star experience.
John Watson Chevrolet, your 5-star Chevy dealer.
I would give them 6 or 7 stars if I could.
U Conference football registration is open for the 2023 fall tackle football season. This year, we are proud to announce the addition of a girls-only division to play alongside our boys. Team scheduling lines you up against comparable competition, making every snap a valuable life lesson. UC football is safe and fun. Learn the game with confidence. The competition will be fierce and the camaraderie will be second to none. Sign up today at ucfootball.org. That's ucfootball.org.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need for their own fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated, with locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey.
From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials.
SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America.
Locally owned, locally operated, with locations along the Wasatch Front.
SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you.
Or shop online at slrc.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy.
I love my new Chevy Blazer. The first time I saw one driving down the road, I knew I had to have one. It fits my skis perfectly. It's cute and comfy. I got my Chevy Blazer at John Watson Chevrolet. My experience was amazing. The staff always treats you like family, and it was easy from start to finish. I would rate John Watson Chevrolet 5 stars. In fact, I would give them 10 stars.
John Watson Chevrolet, your 5-star Chevy dealer.
I would definitely recommend anyone looking for a new car to come to John Watson Chevrolet.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential, now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit any of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
U Conference football registration is open for the 2023 fall tackle football season. This year, we are proud to announce the addition of a girls-only division to play alongside our boys. Team scheduling lines you up against comparable competition, making every snap a valuable life lesson. UC football is safe and fun. Learn the game with confidence. The competition will be fierce and the camaraderie will be second to none. Sign up today at ucfootball.org. That's ucfootball.org.
At UCCU,
What do you have in your home?
Welcome back to Rice-Eccles Stadium. Unfortunately, we have a situation here where a player has suffered a serious injury. Looks to be a lower leg injury. And the Crimson Cliffs team is out here giving some support to their fallen teammate, who's about to be placed into an ambulance here. We're still waiting to get the name of the athlete. We have not been able to identify the number. Medical personnel quickly came out to the field to help him, and they're going to put him in the ambulance now.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes those happen. It just feels like a regular football play, just something you see all the time, and then it's something very significant like that. So, you know, I'm praying for a speedy recovery for this Crimson Cliff player playing the game in the state championship game. It's tough. Football's tough, you know, at any level, from Pop Warner youth football leagues all the way to the professional ranks. You have the potential to have these things, and you know, I was the crazy guy on the field, and where I'm just like, I don't care. I'm being able to play this game, and I love it, but it definitely comes with these hard times. And so, as you said, Praying for a speedy recovery. Hopefully doesn't hold him down too long.
You can see it having an impact on the defensive players in this Crimson Cliffs team as fans react as the ambulance leaves the turf. Number 49, the player that's been injured, it's Scott Nissen, senior defensive end. So we wish Scott the best. His team will try to win one for him here. The Mustangs in position to do so. Green Canyon on 4th down and 5 from the 40 are going for it. At least showing they're going for it. See if they try to draw him off sides and then call timeout.
If they punt.
They're going to go. They're going to go. Wilson throws it. Catch is made. He's right at the stick, so he dropped it.
Oh.
He was bobbling it, dropped it. That's a devastating miss for Green Canyon, and the Crimson Cliffs defense gets off the field.
Carter Stenbridge here.
Couldn't hold on to it. So now Crimson Cliffs will take over at the Green Canyon 39-yard line. And you figure with just 6:20 left in the third quarter, Green Canyon went for it because they're starting to feel that pressure.
Yeah, they're starting to feel for it.
They're running out of opportunities.
Got to do something here.
Barbin outside to Ty West. He's got a lane. Downfield, out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Good enough to move the chains. Boy, he almost took it to the house. His momentum carried him out of bounds there on the bubble screen. Nice play by Tanner Farron to come over and push him out as well.
Yeah, very aggressive first down throw there. Exactly what you want to do. But Green Canyon, it's too many drop passes today. There's been at least 5 drops by these receivers today.
1st and 10 from the 25. Barbin throws it behind the receiver. The ball was tipped up into the air. Boston Adamson, the receiver, threw behind him, could not catch it. And Green Canyon had a chance here to do something, but the ball falls to the turf. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 25.
Number 1, check with me offense here. 2nd down and 10. They'll probably run the football right here. Let's see what they do.
Nope. Barbin's going to throw it, looking for that outside matchup. He's got Adamson for a 1st down.
And it's just great.
Sorry, it's a yard short, 2 yards short.
You take what the defense is giving you. I don't need the home run every single play, right? I see my mismatch. I got one-on-one on the outside here. I mean, just run a 5-yard stop, 7-yard stop. They do that there. They pick up 8 yards, making it 3rd down and 2. You take the easy play, and it'll set yourself up for the next play.
New quarterback in. Chris Jansen all the way inside the 5. So Darius Strickland came in at quarterback on that play. Hands the ball off to Chris Jansen, who gets it inside the 5 for a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. Barbin back in at quarterback. Crimson Cliffs will try to punch it in here. Reverse. There, that's a throw. Back to Barbin, who cannot catch it. Good job by Green Canyon to blow that play up.
They were all over that. The reverse wasn't there. The reverse pass wasn't there. The regular run wasn't there. Great coverage by the Green Canyon defense right there. I think they'll just try to run it right up the middle here. Got a little trickery, a little funny.
They got a little too cute there on 1st down, and now I think they're just going to put a hat on a hat. 2nd and goal from the 3. They are spreading things out. Trips to his right for Barbin. Adamson all alone to the left. He's going to throw it over the top into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Cliffs.
Ty West.
And for the 2nd time today, Ty West is into the end zone, and the Mustangs are starting to smell victory in the state championship game.
Great combination route. You run 2 slants on the outside routes, and you run a corner route from the the inside most route right there. Opens it all up. When you see single coverage or zero coverage, tight coverage, that is a great, great call. Only thing, Green Canyon has to sink off, see that, and a corner would be able to steal that. But great, great play by Crimson Cliffs. Now they're up 23-0.
Tyon shot with the extra points. And Crimson Cliffs has a 23-0 lead in this 4A state championship game. What a game for Ty West. He's over 100 yards receiving. He's got 2 touchdowns. He had the 80-yard touchdown earlier. And now this to put him on top, 23-0. That Green Canyon defense has been terrific today, but just you can only do so much. Their offense has done nothing. And this Crimson Cliffs offense finally breaks through. As you see the numbers these guys have had this season, you've got a 1,200-yard back, you got a 3,200-yard quarterback, and you got a 1,200-yard receiver on your team. I mean, you're good everywhere. There's no weakness on this Crimson Cliffs offense.
Yeah, I know it's 23-0, but honestly, if you watch this game, it doesn't feel like that, right? And, this is a point in the game where Crimson Cliffs can just, blow it open and really put it on them. But Green Canyon just has not had any offense to supplement the great defensive play that they've had. With 23-0, you would think that there's no defense from Green Canyon. But the contrary, that's on the contrary. They've actually played pretty good defense. Their offense has just done absolutely nothing for them. They've gotten a safety and just multiple drop passes on the offensive side of the ball. Just inexcusable drop passes, right? You're not looking in the sun. The ball's right in your hands, and you drop the ball. If you're in a state championship game, you just can't do that. Can't do that and expect to win.
Well, Green Canyon's got a big hill to climb here. Down 23-0 against Crimson Cliffs. And you got to take a timeout. Coming right out of the kickoff there. That's, again, another tough moment here for Green Canyon's offense. They've had some of these issues getting plays in, being on the same page, being in sync. They're trying to figure some things out offensively and give Crimson Cliffs credit. That defense has put a lot of pressure on them.
Right.
Hasn't given them anything today. It's been tough.
Nothing at all, which is what you kind of expect. We saw last week how Crimson Cliffs was able to do it on both sides, man, and they have a talented football team. Taking that 4-hour drive here, they got a lot of pent-up animosity that they want to let out from the long ride. But they've been playing outstanding, taking the shots early. I absolutely love aggressiveness early in a football game. You get to set the stage, you get to start ahead, so you're not playing from behind. With the ebb and flow, you want to stay on the up and up of it. And I think Crimson Cliffs has just done that, and it's just made it hard for Green Canyon to even get back into this football game.
Bubble screen, double pass. Egan was looking to throw it. It's not there. Now he's just going to have to take the loss.
See, that's what I was expecting out of the other drive. I thought there was going to be a double pass on the other drive.
Parker Andrus all over this. McKay right there as well.
Yeah.
The whole crew.
They just swarmed him right there. He had no opportunity. It's a great play call, but not on this Crimson Cliffs defense, they said.
It was not there deep. He had no choice but take the loss. Trips to the boundary this time. Wilson's going to throw that way. No, he's going to keep. Now he's going to run out of the pocket. And he's not going to get much. He's going to get about a yard. Technically, he's going to get 3 yards. It was 2nd and 12. He's going to get up to the 21-yard line.
He's got a slide here. Now it's going to be 3rd and long. Yeah, just the way that they call plays in, it's going to be hard to get teams with a trick play. Teams get to settle. They understand personnel. They understand alignment. They just don't move fast enough for that.
Wilson over the middle. That's almost intercepted. Braden Smith came over the top to knock that down. Almost pulled it in.
Outstanding junior cornerback right here. Just reading the eyes of the quarterback. He's standing in his third. Sees he throws it to the slot receiver right there. Slides over. Makes a play on the ball.
Sweeten was in there as well in coverage. It's going to force a punt. Green Canyon will have to send this away from their own 21-yard line. McCord Christiansen is back to receive the punt for Crimson Cliffs. Remember, they had a bad snap on a punt earlier that went over the head of the punter. And this one's short.
Yeah.
High and short. Christiansen signals fair catch at the Green Canyon 46-yard line. So once again, Crimson Cliffs offense has a short field to work with. And a chance, if they can complete this drive and the extra point, to go up 30-0. So another challenge for this Green Canyon defense, who has been outstanding in this game. But how many times are they going to have to get stops against Crimson Cliffs on short fields?
Right.
Barbin. Catch is made. Owen Peterson, first down to the 35-yard line.
In a game of field position, they have played on Green Canyon side of the ball so often in this game thus far. And that's just, you're asking your defense to defend that every single time. This is a very high-powered offense who doesn't like to kick field goals. Averages, upwards of 40-plus points a game. That's just what they do, and you're giving them short fields. This is no bueno.
Barbin's going to keep. Ooh. Some carnage down there on the field. I hope everyone's okay. That looked nasty. Bodies flying all over the place. The carry down to the 30-yard line. Barbin looks like he's going to come away okay, but that was dangerous. Ooh, he collides with Ty West. West somehow ends up airborne.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he got
was
hit from the back.
Good thing he didn't keep his legs in there.
Very fortunate. That was a dangerous play. We've already had saw earlier a serious injury earlier. We thoughts and prayers to Scott Nissen, who's on his way to the hospital right now. Barbin's going to take a shot deep. It's open. It's there. Touchdown! Crimson Cliffs! Luke Childs into the end zone. 30 yards for the touchdown.
Too easy. Great route concept. Beautiful throw. Right there, of course, you're looking back into the sun, but absolutely stellar job right there by Steele Barbin and throwing the ball on the money. Great route concepts to occupy the other defenders. And it just comes well. You beat your one-on-one battle to the sideline. Beautiful ball, touchdown every time.
The extra point attempt is good. It is 30-0. The Crimson Cliffs Mustangs 14 minutes and 40 seconds away from their first state championship.
Look at this. Beautiful throw. Beautiful catch. Just like we practiced. Luke Childs, look at this. Great route concept right there. Occupying the other defenders. You even have Dewey Egan guarding right there, but there's not much he can do on that. That was, a wheel route, wheel route there. And that is very, very hard to carry.
Crimson Cliffs just has so many good players. Steele Barbin has his choice of so many different receivers. A number of guys have made catches today. Malachi Alopopo, Caden Garcia-Casey, Boston Adamson. Ty West has 2 touchdowns. Owen Peterson has multiple catches. Now Luke Childs. That's a lot of guys that are getting touches in this offense at the receiver position.
Well, you don't throw for that many yards without having guys to throw to. And he can spread the ball out all over the place, man. Steele Barbin is a heck of a talent, an all-state talent. definitely deserves those honors this year, along with Ty West and Christiansen. These boys, they played the game the right way. Absolutely awesome. As they make their way, they're 14 minutes and 40 seconds away from their first state championship.
Green Canyon offensively switching things up here. 5 receivers, empty backfield. Wilson looking for somebody. He's in trouble. He's going down.
Face mask.
Parker Anders with the sack. We await the call, though. This could go against Crimson Cliffs.
The student section saying that you can't do that, so I'm guessing
the student section made the call.
Face mask.
This is against Crimson Cliffs. Great effort by Andrus to get to Wilson, but you see right here, right there, as he was reaching out for him, he didn't get jersey, got the mask, can't do that. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line for Green Canyon. Catch is made by number 18, Hayden Schramm. Clock's ticking, coming up on 2 minutes left of the third quarter. Wilson's going to throw it. Again, goes right back to Schramm. Not enough for the first down. He's at the 43. It's 2 yards short, so it'll be third down and 2. From the 43. They need to get to the 45 for that first down.
Let's see here, yeah. As I said, it's difficult getting in and out of the huddle here for these guys. They're taking up a lot of play clock as if they have the lead. It's the state championship. We got to play with a lot more urgency.
Wilson out of the pocket, gets the completion. That's a first down. Stembridge with the catch, the tight end.
Great catch right there by Stembridge.
We got a player cramping for Crimson Cliffs with 1:13 left to play in the third. They'll attend to him. Didn't think we need pickle juice on a 50-degree day.
Man, I'm sitting over here thinking, I'm like, they're from St. George. They're used to the heat. Coming up here, this should be a nice little cool. So it's not the heat part of it. They should be well conditioned with the way their offense runs.
The heat.
Right?
It's a scorching 56 degrees today.
This is cooler temperatures for Crimson. Cooler.
It is slightly.
Cooler.
Although, Sly, can you ask for better weather for a championship Friday than this? This is just terrific.
End of November, middle to end of November, and you're seeing this beautiful day here up on the hill. This is exactly how you want to do it.
Who took care of the cramp? That was Connor Kell, the senior safety, who had his leg lock up a bit, but they've worked through that. And we're good to go. First and 10 from the 48-yard line. 1:11 and counting left here in the third quarter. Wolves taking their time. Wilson in the pocket is going to take a shot over the middle.
Oh!
It's caught! Stembridge! 10, 5, down to the 3-yard line. That's exactly what Green Canyon needed. Carter Stembridge.
How
with a
about that?
49-yard gain. That's what they've needed all day. They just have not been able to stretch the field in the pass game, and they were able to do it there.
Great job right there. I didn't even think that he was trying to throw to Stembridge. I thought he was going to go to the underneath route, which I was like, oh, that's over.
Wilson, quarterback keep. No, swallowed up. Andrus. No flag this time, and Andrus has another sack. Parker Andrus is having a huge game in this state title game. That's a big setback for Green Canyon. It's going to back it up to the 9. So 2nd and goal.
Huge setback.
From the 9-yard line.
But it may give you a little room to open things up. You got one-on-one down here with Dewey Egan. Do you take it?
We will have to wait and see, because that is the end of the 3rd quarter. When we come back, Green Canyon will have a 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. But it's Crimson Cliffs that leads 30-0. And that Crimson Cliff student section has been rowdy all day. Mariluz Cook is about to find out why.
I know that he is one of the leaders here of the student section. Now, last night to be here for the state championship game. You did. Okay, what can you tell me makes this student section special?
I mean, we all love the team. We all love our school, so we just want to support our team to make us win.
Why was it important for you to make the trip from Washington to be here?
So we can watch our team win the state championship, of course.
Feel pretty good about their odds right now. How are you feeling about their odds right now?
Say it again.
How are you feeling about their odds right now?
Oh, great odds, great odds. Look at the score, 30-0. Our team is playing fantastic.
A lot of confidence in this student section.
Ring season, let's go!
Could be a first one for Clemson Cliffs today. Excited to be here in the student section. They are a lot of fun. Back to you guys.
That's a lively bunch. We found that out earlier this year. We went down to Crimson Cliffs for their matchup with Desert Hills during the regular season, which Crimson Cliffs won by a wide margin. We had a good time at Crimson Cliffs High School. What a great school. They have a brand new building down there. As I mentioned, new school opened in 2019. It's so nice, Sly. It feels like a college campus. Just tremendous facilities. No wonder they're having such quick success with their sports programs.
People realize that helps.
They've already won baseball state titles. And now they're trying to add football to the trophy case in just their 5th year of competition.
They're well on their way. Well on their way.
12 minutes away, 30-0. Green Canyon trying to make this interesting, but they got to have this. They got to get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Peyton Wilson trying to keep his team in this. This offense has struggled all day. Finally having some success on this drive. They've got to finish it with a score. Wilson in the pocket. Rush comes. He's going down again. Another sack for Crimson Cliffs.
They were all the way down to the 3-yard line. Multiple losses on this play makes this 3rd and long. Is 2-down territory, or do you kick a field goal to just say?
Just to get the goose egg off the board?
Yeah, no goose egg. Like, what
yeah,
do you do
I mean,
here?
at this point, you know.
You don't know if you're going to get down here again.
You don't know. And this offense does not work quickly.
No, they don't. If you're going to championship, you got to be able to have some no-huddle offense.
3rd and goal from the 12. Wilson's in trouble again. 3 sacks on this drive. McKay Wright gets to him. Everybody getting sacks.
Absolute stud right here. Gets off the block. First, he's coming off the edge, gets blocked, get off the block. Wilson holds the ball. Again, too long. And makes it 4th and goal from the 21-yard line. Yeah, that's It's not what you want to do. Not what you want to do there.
Desperation now for Green Canyon. 4th and goal from the 21-yard line. Wilson's going to go to the end zone. Catch made. Dewey Egan trying to get in. He's short.
Oh.
And the Crimson Cliffs defense keeps the shutout alive. Great effort, though, by Egan and Wilson on 4th and 21 to get down to the 4-yard line, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, you got to find more ways, more creative ways to get that guy the football.
So now Crimson Cliffs is 10-21 away. Their offense takes the field again. Deep in Green Canyon, in their own territory. Trips to the left. Barbin. In the middle. Nice play by Caden Garcia-Casey. Breaks loose of the first tackle attempt. And he's got a nice gain all the way out to the 24-yard line. That's a gain of 20. Great read.
Huge
by Barton.
throw, right? Barton's doing a great job of seeing his guys, but he's got an amazing arm. He throws the ball in there like really well. Boom!
Oh, ball's
That's
loose on the ground. Fortunate for Crimson Cliff. Oh, it's still loose. Green Canyon's got it. A fumble, and Green Canyon has recovered. Will Wheatley comes up with it.
He had to think fast. He got rid of that football and made that terrible. And really hard for Christiansen to do anything with that.
Green Canyon almost gets there at the mesh point. It never really was in the gut of the running back. It was an attempt to get the ball to number 8, Darius Strickland, who is the backup quarterback. In that instance, he was in the slot. And
really bad decision.
They tried to run that play with him in motion, and the exchange never really took place. It got blown up, and Green Canyon's got a second chance. It feels almost like a 10th chance here today.
Right.
They keep having these opportunities. The defense has given their offense many opportunities. They have not been able to capitalize. Wilson, Egan.
Oh, yeah, PI.
That's pass interference.
As I said, Dewey Egan can win off the line of scrimmage. The defense has to hold on that. The defense was squared up. He knew what was going to happen, and Dewey Egan still had the opportunity to get by him on that to the point to where he had to hold him.
Pass defense, number 23. Half the distance to the goal. Replay first down.
Yeah, great job right there by even trying that. Back shoulder, great throw, great read right there. But, yeah, Dewey Egan is a dynamic guy. You got to find ways to get him the football. Whether you see him one-on-one or you got a motion to it, you got to find ways to get him the football.
That'll put the ball at the 6.5-yard line. They can get a first down at the 4. Wilson's going to run it. He dances around. Not much there, though.
That's terrible.
That closed up quick. And he was cramping earlier, but this time it's Connor Kell coming up with the tackle for loss. It'll be second down at the 9-yard line. So 2nd and 5. This Mustangs defense wants to keep that goose egg on the board. They want the shutout here in a state championship game. Green Canyon trying to get into the end zone for the first time today. Wilson's going to throw it. Now he's going to dance out of the pocket. Now he throws. Intercepted!
Right to Ethan Wright.
Picked off! McKay Wright!
He threw it right to him.
What happened last week, Sly?
Well, I mean, last week was a lot harder than that one.
McKay Wright with back-to-back weeks with a fourth-quarter interception that all but locks up this win. Yeah, Wilson made a big mistake there, and so after Crimson Cliffs turns the ball over, Green Canyon's offense does the same, and now the Mustangs have a chance to close out this game with 8:43 left to play. Another look at the play.
Yeah.
What a season for McKay Wright.
Yeah, man.
Senior linebacker, leader of this defense.
Absolutely outstanding. He's played absolutely outstanding this year. As you said, I think he plays that linebacker position the correct way. 133 tackles coming into this. Almost 18 TFLs and 4 sacks. Does an amazing job here.
Yeah, we got to give some love to this Crimson Cliffs defense. You look at McKay Wright. You just mentioned some of his stats, and then you look at Parker Andrus,
who's had a big game here.
He's over 20 sacks for the year now.
Right.
And many others who have had great game today. That Crimson Cliffs defense has not received enough credit for what they've done this season because the offense has been so dynamic and put up so many points. But other teams don't have a chance because this defense is holding teams to under 14 points per game.
Yeah.
It's not fair. They're just so good.
But that's complimentary football right there. My offense scores crazy amount of points, and then I can also hold the opponent to XYZ. That is how I get it done.
Barbin, bubble screen over to Ty West. The blocks are set up. West trying to find something here.
He
comes back the other way, and he's tackled.
If he got by that.
That's a lot of running for 8 yards. It was fun, though.
I don't think he minds. I don't think he minds. That kid's in shape.
There's no doubt about that. He's been electric all season. What a year he's had. Man, if you're people who vote for a 4A MVP this season,
I think they're all on this team.
They are, but who? Who do you pick?
Right.
We just saw McKay Wright and highlighted what he's done. Parker Andrus has also been incredible on defense. Then you go on offense, still Barbin's thrown for over 3,000 yards. McCord Christiansen, who's carrying the ball right now, is over 1,200 yards. Ty West is over 1,200 yards receiving. They've just had so many good players on this team that have had an impact on their success. And it's not just one guy. There's not a star. There's multiple, which is why they've been so dominant this season.
Yeah, but most great teams have multiple guys that can take the crown and make that happen. And that's exactly what's happened here.
Barbin, time, connects, catch is made by Noah Nelson. So that's another receiver who with his first touch today. It's a long list of receivers who have caught passes in this game. Everyone's getting involved.
One-on-one.
Christiansen on the carry. Nice first down gain. Up to the 39-yard line. They're killing clock here as well. I think this team wants to kill some clock because they want to hold that trophy. They want that trophy in their hands, and they're about to get there. They watched Desert Hills celebrate at their expense last November. It has been a driving force for this team throughout the offseason, throughout the regular season. They beat Desert Hills twice this year. So they took care of that part of the revenge tour. And
yeah, they made it no question, right?
Yeah.
There's no question.
It wasn't even close in those games, and now they have a chance here to win the state championship on the Crimson turf here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. So it's fitting that the Mustangs will get a chance to do that in this stadium. Catch is made. He's got a chance down the sideline. We got a flag. So Caden Garcia-Casey all the way inside the 20, but a flag was thrown away from the play. So this may be coming back.
Malachi Olafipio, what are you doing? Oh, that wasn't him. That was Boston Adamson. Sorry. Boston Adamson, what are you doing? You had a guy block. Why do you continue to hold? Got to be smart on that. That was a big, big pickup right there by Ty West. But Boston Adamson had like a personal vendetta against Dewey Egan and just kept blocking for some reason. That's a huge flip right there. Unnecessary.
That backs him up. So that'll push the ball back to the Crimson Cliffs 45-yard line. First down and 13. Barbin taking a shot deep. It's not there. Adamson, the intended receiver. That stops the clock. Second and 13 from the 45.
No.
Barbin can't handle the snap, but he recovers. Now he's going to run. He's going to throw it out of bounds. He takes a shot, and that's going to be a flag on Green Canyon.
Was it?
He hit him after the throw was made.
I'm siding with the defense.
Green Canyon fans do not like that.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I understand the rule, but
Personal.
What's challenging for the defender there is Barbin's running.
Yeah.
So in your mind, he's a runner. So he's going to try to finish off the play, but the problem is Barbin's still the quarterback. It's still behind the line of scrimmage, and he can pass it right here.
Yeah,
He tries to pull up, but it's too late. I agree with you. I think they probably could have let that go with
I agree.
6 minutes left here with a 30-0 lead for Crimson Cliffs, but here we go. Chris Jansen on the carry. 9-yard gain all the way to the 31.
And that's been surprising. He hasn't really got off in this game, you know, from normal things that you see from Chris Jansen.
Yeah, he hasn't broken that big, explosive play. He has a touchdown in this game. So now they're going to bring in Strickland at the quarterback position. He's going to pitch it.
Oh, wow.
He pitches it to Caden Garcia. Casey. Nice play by Darius Strickland as he was getting tackled.
That guy's risky. I tell you what, he had the fumble on the last series.
Nice play.
But he was all the way turned around on that.
Look, his coaches right now are throwing the headset down on the ground because what are you doing? But it's a state championship game. They're up 30-0.
All right.
Give him a chance here.
Darius is a senior. He's probably like, let it all hang out, baby. I get my ring.
But here, I think there is a flag on the play, by the way, and this is coming back because the official will explain why. Fun to watch, but
lost it down, third down.
So he didn't know where he was at.
He had passed the line of scrimmage, so it was a forward pass, and he can't do that.
Was it forward?
It was.
I thought it was lateral.
It was forward. It was pretty. It was fun, but it's illegal. So it comes back.
Full house backfield.
3rd and 6 from the 36. Strickland's going to carry it. And he comes up short of that first down marker. So I imagine Crimson Cliffs will just run it here on 4th down to try to kill clock and get that first down. Let's see what they do. Strickland stays in at quarterback. It looks like we've seen the last of Steele Barbin. And if we have, what a career he's had at Crimson Cliffs High School.
Right.
two-year starter leading this team to a state championship if they can wrap this up here in 4 minutes.
They are bleeding this clock, that's for sure.
They're going to take the snap. Strickland's going to keep it. He's got the marker. He's got the first down. It's down to the 29-yard line. So Strickland gets the first down. They'll move the chains, and the clock will run.
Picks up that first down pretty easily. He could have handed that off or kept it as he did. And that clock now continues to churn. Kind of weird seeing this offense slow things down, right?
Pitch outside. Tapalian, the carrier. They're going option here. A little old school look with Strickland running the option play. Tapalian just 1 yard short of the first down at the 20, and the clock is now stopped as he goes out of bounds. Strickland throws it outside. Catch is made. Caden Garcia. Caden Garcia Casey with the first down. Down to the 7-yard line. Clock will run. First and goal from the 7. The Mustangs knocking on the door. They can add one more touchdown to this special season. Strickland thrown out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
And just eating up this clock. That one got out of bounds, so that makes the clock stop. But this has been a long, long drive as well. As you said earlier, you want to hold the ball all the way till they give you the trophy. But I think this was just a tremendous job, tremendous game plan.
.248 left, second and goal from the 4. Strickland, stop and go, and he's tripped up. Nice tackle. Great job by Eli Wheatley, number 15, the sophomore. That will bleed some clock. Third and goal from the 5. Strickland's going to keep. Throws it outside. Tapalian. He's not going to get there. He's 2 yards short, down to the 2-yard line.
They make that clock go right there.
That's all they care about right now.
Dip inside 2 minutes right now.
Just trying to get that clock down to zeros. It's going to stop at the 2-minute mark here.
Is this a media timeout or?
Crimson Cliffs took a timeout.
Which is why I was like, I don't understand. Like, why don't they let the play clock run all the way down?
They could have done that, but they choose not to. 2 minutes left to play. Fourth and goal from the 2 coming up. But this is this one's all but over. 30-0. Crimson Cliffs get ready to celebrate. I've been impressed with Green Canyon's defense, Sly. They really fought today, and they're fighting right now. Again and again and again, coming up with stops, forcing turnovers, doing everything they could, but this offense just could not find its way. And you got to give Crimson Cliffs a lot of credit for that. They're gonna kick a field goal here. So on fourth and goal from the 2, they're just going to kick the field goal, take the points. Still not a running clock. They'll still be 2 points short if this kick is good. So Beautiful day for football. Perfect setting. See Skyridge dressed up and ready to go. They're waiting to take the field here. That game will get underway in 50 minutes from now. Skyridge and Corner Canyon, the 4A state championship game. Sorry, the 6A state championship game is coming up next right here on Game Night Live. The KSL Plus app, KSL Sports app, KSLSports.com. We got another flag here. Offsides on Green Canyon.
Oh, gosh. Seen an abundance of flags here in the second half. But great game all together. You know, it's 30-0, or potentially 33-0. But I think Green Canyon, they fought, but as you said, there's too many miscues for them in this football game offensively. Defense played well against this potent offense. Great hold, great kick.
The field goal's good. It's 33-0, Crimson Cliffs, with 2 minutes left to play.
Yes. Get to hoist their very first state championship trophy here.
That's going to be special for Crimson Cliffs.
They can do it with a potential shutout, too. That's one way to start it, right?
It is. What an ending that would be to their season. So that Crimson Cliffs defense is going to be highly motivated in this final 2 minutes to keep that score exactly where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, you're 2 minutes away from doing that. That's a big defensive accomplishment if you can shut them out. Let's see here. These last 5 minutes have gone by really slow.
Egan takes the kickoff. Trying to get outside and doesn't. He's taken out at the 22-yard line. Nice job on special teams by number 30, Zayden Rista.
Great job by him, another senior safety. Getting some state championship action right there. Making a great play on special teams.
Here we go, final 2 minutes. One final timeout. Looks like some players are going to take a curtain call. Some seniors going to get some love from the crowd here and some recognition as they bring in some younger players to get some championship experience. And you're seeing it right now. You see the smiles and the hugs. They know that they've accomplished something that no one else has at their school. And they're always going to be able to say they were the first state champions at Crimson Cliffs High School in the sport of football. So a lot of those guys will head to the bench. Andrus, McKay Wright. What a great group of defenders who have held Green Canyon scoreless in this 4A state championship game. Wilson in the pocket. Nice spin move. All the way to the 42-yard line.
Great play right there. Yes, it takes a lot of time. It really doesn't matter at this point, but great athletic play right there by Wilson. Showing his elusiveness in the open field. Great spin move. 20-yard pickup.
First and 10 from the 37. Wilson taking a shot. Catch is made.
Big time catch
at
right
the
there.
45 in Crimson Cliffs territory. That's Stembridge. The tight end comes up with a nice grab. Moving the chains. Green Canyon, they're still trying to get that touchdown. Trying to spoil that shutout. Wilson in the pocket, plenty of time, going over the top again. Knocked down.
It's hard to look back into the sun right there. The receiver did not know. He kind of looked at the defender. You see it? All right, I'll play your hands. I'll be the defense on this one.
Charles Morby with the pass breakup. Hayden Schramm, the intended receiver. Stops the clock with 49 seconds left. Wilson's going to run out of the pocket. He's going to get tackled at the 42-yard line. Loses his helmet.
Yeah, that was more late than the one on Barbin, I felt like. He loses his helmet and has to come out.
Keegan Barrow with the stop.
There's a lot that got into coming here today. You know, for both teams. You know, one, the drive to make it here is its own difficulties, but the teams that they had to beat, you know, over and over and more or less show, you know, their dominance, their importance, and why they're here. Just an awesome road that both of these teams have taken.
Wilson throws over the top and incomplete. Intended for Schramm. 8 seconds left on the clock. The Mustangs patiently waiting on the sideline.
Right,
8 more seconds. 8 more seconds. You see the fans feel it. Student body feels it. Cheerleaders know it.
It's the flutie time here. Just huck it deep.
Why not?
All right, why not?
Should be the final play of this 4A state championship game. Wilson going to take a throw over the top. Intended for Dewey Egan. It is incomplete. That stops the clock with 2 seconds left. That's a change of possession. That was 4th down and 3. So the Mustangs will come out here and take a victory formation. And then after that, get ready for the party to begin.
Yes, sir. They're going to have a great bus ride all the way back to Washington, Utah. I'd be on cloud nine, man. And you're right. You said this earlier. You're like, this is something that these guys can take with them for the rest of their lives. If they're old like me, they could be like, I threw a ball over them mountains. Back in 2023 when we won the state championship.
They better not tell that lie because this game was televised. Everybody will know that's not true.
I was trying to play a DVD yesterday. I could not find a DVD player anywhere. I mean, I guess I could use my game consoles, but...
Victory formation. It is over. And for the first time ever, the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs are state champions.
Oh, it feels so good. So good. Yeah, the celebration is on. Great job by Crimson Cliffs. Congratulations. Awesome job on both sides of the football.
They will shake hands with the Green Canyon Wolves. And then we will have a trophy presentation. The Mustangs took home a trophy last year, but it was for second place. This year, they get the one they really wanted. And they did so in dominating fashion.
Dominating fashion.
33-0.
Yes.
To claim the 4A state championship. They dominated a 4A competition all year long. They went 13-0 against
really tough opponents.
Really good competition. 12-0. Sorry, 11-0 against 4A teams. They also beat Springville and Morgan this year. That one loss to Bingham, a game that they really believe they should have won. But what a season for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. 13-1. Congratulations to Green Canyon on a great season. They finished with a 10-4 record. They got far. No one expected that. No one expected Green Canyon to be here. They did it. They just ran up against a Crimson Cliffs team that was on a mission.
Yes.
And loaded with talent.
Yeah, as we said, man, it was a great game. It wasn't, I know the score is very lopsided, but these guys were out there fighting their tails off. Hats off to Green Canyon. They know this loss is hard, but they need to use it as motivation and feel them going into the offseason to get prepared for, the North region, because it's going to be tough. But after beating Skyview, you got to be sure that they're going to be headhunting next year. So
Peyton Wilson, their quarterback, will return next season.
Yes.
They are losing some talent. Dewey Egan graduates.
Celebrate with the fans. That's beautiful.
Let's go down to Mary Lou's Cook, who's standing by with Ty West.
Ty, it did not take long for you to find the end zone in this game, and you guys did not let up ever since that moment. What did it take to get here?
It took everything. It took, I don't even know how to explain it. Just hard work, dedication. All these boys are they're just family. Like it's hard to compete when we just put our heads down and compete. Like,
when you think about what happened last year and what it did take to get to this point, now to walk away as the first ever Crimson Cliffs football state champions, how much more impactful is that for you?
It feels amazing. It's crazy that we're back here again. Just got to thank my coaches and all these players. They're all my family. Love all these guys.
To be able to do this in your senior year with other guys, have a lot of seniors on this team. Steele, obviously one that you have a lot of chemistry with. What's the significance of getting to do it in your last year at Crimson Cliffs?
Oh, it was so fun. Me and Steele have been together for forever. Like, everything clicks when he's throwing to me. So
you're a state champion. What is the feeling, if you could describe it to me? What is the feeling?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I can't, this is probably the best feeling I've ever had, probably my whole life. Our coaches have talked about this day for a long time, so just really happy.
Congratulations, Ty. Happy for you. Happy for you, Ty. Congrats. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Mary Lou's. It's trophy time. The Crimson Cliffs Mustangs taking home the hardware. There you go. A moment they've waited for, and that moment has now come. What a special moment that is for all those young men, the coaching staff, to be able to hold that trophy. They'll always remember this moment. They'll be able to share these memories for the rest of their life.
Yeah, absolutely incredible effort. Every time we get into these situations, it's really so interesting to see the players that can find words, and then guys that I just don't have words. I'm just really happy right now. It's a momentous occasion for these guys. They did a terrific job of getting here. It's crazy record that they have to have. Only blemish coming early in the season to a 6A opponent. This is just absolutely awesome what they've been able to do and accomplish here today, and hope that they're proud of their achievements because it is great. You know, I know their teammate Scott Neeson could not be here right now. I know they'll be checking up on him as before they head back down to St. George. But tremendous job by the Crimson Cliff Mustangs. Congratulations, you are 2023 4A state champions.
That celebration continues. We'll try to get a couple more interviews for you here now that they've had the trophy celebration. And then we'll get ready for Sky Ridge and Corner Canyon in the 6A state championship game. That game will kick off at exactly 2:37. Fans taking this in. That drive was well worth it. And man, is that drive home going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. There's a big difference in long drives with a win or a loss. Big difference.
The party bus is coming back to Washington. Get the fire engine ready. It's always a thrill to watch these teams. It's not just the players, everyone involved, the entire school, the cheerleaders, the student section, everyone involved at the school to be able to take part in this. It's special. They'll remember this for the rest of their lives.
For sure. Tremendous accomplishments, and still Barber's a great quarterback. I know these seniors that's been on this roster ever since the school opened got to be extremely excited to be able to hoist that banner this winter, that they are state champions. As I said, when you're old like me, you get to say, back in my day, I used to put it down on the football field. I got all the accolades to prove it. We were state champions.
They can take those grandkids down to the high school and look in the trophy case and point down to that trophy. And
their picture right behind it. You do the Where's Waldo? Can you find me, kids? Can you find me in the photo?
Players taking turns with that trophy.
Yes.
What a thrill.
It's almost like the Sticky Lombardi, huh? Pass that thing around.
It's the Lombardi trophy to these young men.
Oh, yes, for sure.
It's their Lombardi. There will be some players on this Crimson Cliffs team that will play at the next level, I'm certain of it. But not many. And for some of these kids, this is going to be the last time they play the game of football. And to be able to go out like that on top, that's special. All right, Mariluz Cook is caught up with Crimson Cliffs quarterback, Steele Barbie.
Steele, my goodness, I see all these people coming up to you, congratulating you, the leader of this offense, to be able to accomplish this in your senior year. First time that this team is state champions. What's the feeling for you?
It's amazing, especially last year what happened. We didn't want to feel that again. So obviously we came out stronger and harder. We just left everything out there.
I know that it certainly served as fuel for you guys throughout this entire season. So to have now accomplished it, what is the feeling for you personally?
It just feels so amazing. I can't even explain it. It's so awesome.
Now, I mentioned that you have a bunch of people coming up to you right now, celebrating alongside of you. What have been some of the greatest messages that people have shared with you since you have become a state champion?
I don't know. It's just our team. I just feel like our team is just, the brotherhood is so strong. And when we're together, we just play amazing. And I don't know. That's just our message, just our brotherhood.
certainly did that today. You played amazing. The brotherhood was certainly evident. To be able to become a state champion by shutting out the other team, a team that really, I mean, they're notorious for their defense in their own right, but I mean, this team offensively, as I said, you as the leader, was, I mean, just incredible today. So to be able to shut out this team, though, what can you say about the kind of moment and the kind of mark that you think that you made here as a state champion today?
It was great. Our defense played amazing like they always do, and we have their back and they have our back, so it's just what we focus on, have each other's back. So
definitely a great win for you guys. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you so much.
All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Mariluz. That'll do it for this one. Crimson Cliffs, their first state championship. They defeat the Green Canyon Wolves 33-0 to take home the title. Enjoy that bus ride, young men. You've earned it. You're taking that trophy back to Washington tonight. That's a wrap for this game. We're back in 30 minutes with the 6A state championship. Corner Canyon and Skyridge. Let's join the KSL Sports Rewind guys with the 4A state championship postgame show.